My friends, we return to the story of a small cadre of adventurers whose fates have intertwined amongst the remote reaches of the Cairn Hills. These four companions, led by an earnest young wizard named Ozeric and his raven familiar, travel south on a quest assigned by the great mage Allustan. Among the company is a capable ranger, sworn to the oath of her mentor and the law of the wilds, but whose motivations travel far beyond the safe escort of Ozeric and his companions to a remote outpost at the edge of the Mistmarsh. So too is an honorable representative of the Free City Militia among the expedition, sent by his superiors in Diamond Lake to seek news of a missing patrol from Blackwall Keep, and motivated by loyalty to his order and deep love for his family. Not least is the Grey's Mirian cleric, bound for the dwarven stronghold in the southern Cairn Hills, carrying confidential intelligence describing the seeds of conspiracy from the Dourstone Mine, and instructions to linger not among his companions, lest darkness sprout roots among the unsuspecting people of Diamond Lake. To the south lies the stronghold of Blackwall Keep, and within it, an old friend of Allustan's who may hold the key to a mystery growing darker by the day. We find our company traveling along a rugged wagon trail perched between granitic rocks and precipitous canyons. The mountain air is cold and clear, yet the sun dances upon your shoulders with comforting warmth. The march is arduous, the terrain is unforgiving. 2 nights you've slept beneath the open sky now, sharing the warmth and stories around a fire. Shank's Rest is many miles behind you. Its hospitality, but a fond memory. Marta's stew and Furwick's stories and the gathering of information from fellow travelers. 2 nights have now been spent on the road, and the train has not relented. You rise on the morning of the 4th day, weary and sore. Blackwall Keep lies only hours ahead, though each mile weighs as 10. Yet the promise of a warm meal and a roof overhead hastens your pace as you descend through the hills towards a broad valley opening to the south. As you continue on this journey, my friends, heading south, the hills begin to flatten, the ground begins to give way and soften underfoot. You can see the scrub oak, so characteristic of the sparse vegetation growing amongst the crags and gullies of the Cairn Hills, giving way to alder and willow as the air carries the heavy scent of dampness and decay that wafts from the south. And as you look south, you can see this green-gray haze on the horizon, identifying the expansive Mistmarsh ahead of you, your destination lying somewhere on the northern edge of that vast swamp. With a moment to have discussions, to plan your approach, to consider what might lay ahead as you continue to make your way on foot towards Blackwall Keep. So I'll hand it to you, my friends, if there's anything you'd like to discuss or play out at this time.
I think Ozeric, in this moment, remembers something and turns to Briley and says, "Didn't those women come from this direction? What was their story? Was there an issue?"
Their story was similar to everyone else's. The lizard folk and other groups rising up, causing problems. They were trying to stay ahead of it. They were riding awfully hard for something that they thought they were coming. Seems to me like they may have actually seen something on the way, but...
Is that something we need to worry about?
Well, I would expect so.
Aderon jumps in at this point. Well, Ozeric, it's very strange. The lizard folk working together. They usually are clannish, fight amongst each other, not organized. This is new, or so I'm told.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that can't be good.
No, I do not think it's good. Blackwall Keep, I'm told, is strong. It'll take quite a bit to fell it.
Aderon, I would say also, and you may be keeping this information close to your chest, perhaps not, but you know that a report came to the garrison in Diamond Lake of a missing scouting party, a group of militiamen that had been out seeking information about this growing lizard folk threat and disappeared. That's part of the reason that you are had been sent along with this party to see if there's any additional information that you can bring back to Commander Trask.
Yeah, I think Aderon would keep that fairly close. Anything that's kind of like an active mission, he's learned, to be careful with his words.
Okay. He's a good soldier.
He tries.
But we are only a few hours away from the keep, so I'm sure we will find out ourselves what awaits us. Perhaps it's passed by already.
Have you been, Riley, to the marshlands? Have you traversed them in your ranging?
I've been to the area, but it's been some years since I have.
Yes, I've set foot in them once or twice long ago. But, well, to me they were more of a maze. I'm sure to you rangers, they're a little bit easier to navigate.
We often travel in groups, so knowledge of many careers together will make even some place like the marshlands easy to traverse. But we are only going to the edge of it, so I can lead you there just fine.
I think Ozeric has developed a sort of, over the days on the road, a standard operating procedure with Bertrand, and he made sure that to teach him that term. And that would be having Bertrand sort of scout ahead, get an aerial view. Every once in a while when we take like a break, Ozeric will sort of meditate and look through his eyes and see what he sees.
Often Bertrand will be heard as he flies away. These goddamn standard operating procedures. What a bother. As he... give me a... let's do this. As you're sort of like taking a rest, let's say, on the final push to Blackwall Keep, go ahead and give me a wisdom roll for Bertrand, for you to be able to see what he's seen, and we'll find out what he indeed sees.
That's an 11 on the die, no modifier other than my level, right?
Correct. Level, and if you have some sort of a modifier to your wisdom stat.
I do not, so that's just... Okay. But if we're looking through his eyes, then he's got enhanced vision, whatever that would help with.
Gotcha. Okay. You're still a few hours away, but I will say this. He is very keen on the fact that you can see very well that there is a thick fog that obscures almost everything to the south. You have never been this way, Ozeric, this far south. You've never set eyes, although you may have heard of the Mistmarsh itself. It is a vast swamp, rivaling in its extent the mountains, it seems, that you have traversed. The idea of entering that miasma of just obscured danger seems like it would be pure folly. And it's a wonder to you that there would be any sort of settlement in this place. There are the sort of the regular kettles of vultures that fly high up in the sky that you're able to see through Bertrand's keen eyes and that sort of thing. You don't see any travelers ahead, as the SOP clearly states. Bertrand is supposed to look for approaching travelers, and the fine print specifies that he should not be delinquent in his task. So there's none of that. You see no immediate danger, just this looming marshland to the south.
And he'll just sort of report that sort of after we break camp, for whatever break we take. Just say, well, still no one else on the road. That mist, that fog is. Who lives there? It's impenetrable.
We'll also say this, as you had the conversation about the two traveling women that you encountered at Shanks, that may have been right around the time when you passed a branch, a fork, as it were, in the path that headed it would be off to your left, so heading to the east towards a town called Wavenare. And then you continue on the main road towards Blackwall Keep. And you recall, Briley, that is where those two female travelers had most recently come from.
Yeah, as we pass there, I think Briley, walking by, looks down that road for a long moment. Just quiet in thought, and keeps going with the group.
With these last few hours of travel, I'm curious to know what might be going on in the head of stone, who has clear instructions on what he's to do, but now having it appears as though built some friendship perhaps with this traveling group over the last 3.5 days of hard travel. As you are seeing your companion, the ranger, linger for a moment, staring off down this other trail, as you're getting news from Bertrand's reconnaissance missions following the SOPs, and some of the information that your militiaman Aderon has shared.
It's definitely a bit of change of perspective, knowing the time spent just to get here and being really aiming to head south to now see the marsh kind of in front, knowing south might not be such an easy task. And as cautious as my party members are right now, knowing that even closer to the marsh, we'll have to probably find hopefully another group in Blackwall that would be heading around the marsh. Maybe see with these, might linger even a bit with the party to see where their travels are going to take them, and maybe can already start planning ways to get them to deviate from their own trek.
Interesting. Okay. A bit of a plan is taking shape in the dwarves' head, it seems. All right. Well, we will, unless there's something else that you would like to do here in sort of the last miles of travel, we'll push forward to a bit of an arrival at the keep itself. You smell it before you see it. The wind carries the scent of battle, smoke, blood. Flies begin to find you. First a few, then more, then small clouds of droning insects biting, crawling underneath your armor, across your skin. A quarter mile farther, and the keep comes into view as you crest a low ridge. And at first it appears to be nothing more than a dark stone tower that rises from a rocky hillside, squat and solitary against the flat gray horizon of the Mistmarsh that is looming behind it, as if the mists themselves push against whatever foothold that this keep has on the rocky edge of this vast marshland. And then you start to adjust a little bit as you stop to study the scene. The hill itself, it appears to have been constructed around the tower as it juts out. You can only imagine, and Aderon, you would probably know this, that much of the keep itself is buried beneath the ground amongst the stones, has been built up over decades by your comrades in arms. The false slope that's been created with turf and rock is broken by heavy rows of sharpened wooden stakes that act as barricades of sort at various locations as defensive mechanisms. Menacing. The only thing you see is the tower rising over this rocky terrain, and again, that looming cloud of mist behind it. You're looking down from sort of a northeasterly perspective down to the southwest and looking upon the scene. Let's get a round of wisdom checks here. I want to see what you can see from this perch as you stop along the trail to take it in. Let's go first to Ozeric with a wisdom check. This is, the higher you roll, the more you'll get. It's not necessarily that you're going to fail or succeed. So this is Ozeric, a wisdom check for you. The base is going to be just the base, which is 15 if it's not your prime. Sorry, what'd you get?
Sorry, rolled a 10.
A 10, okay. Stone, this is prime for you, so 10 is going to be your target.
7. Gonna
Okay,
rock my boot.
this is good. Briley, this is prime for you, so 10 is your target.
And I don't know if it helps, but with my half-elf lineage, I can see clearly enough to read a road sign or spot a shield device that is up to 2 miles distant when outside during the day.
Hell yeah! Does that give you any additional mechanical benefit in the description?
No, just
Okay.
for listening. It doesn't give me
Okay.
any foresight. It just,
All right.
I can see that far.
I will take that into consideration based on your roll. So let's go ahead and get your roll. It won't
Okay.
modify the roll, but it will modify the result.
It's another natural 20.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm gonna get in combat and it's gonna be all failures. Just
Yeah, use them up now. Use them up now. I love that. That's great. And Aderon, how about you?
I only got an 8.
Eight,
It is a prime for me, but only an
Okay.
8.
All right. So most of you see what I described: the fortress looming, this bank of clouds pressing up against it from the south as you look at it from the north. Briley, you can see a couple of additional things with your keen elven lineage, sharp eyes. You've been known to read a street sign from
a road sign at 2 miles. Yeah, that's how
You've been known to read a road sign at 2 miles. That's fucking impressive, by the way.
It is.
Holy shit. How does that work? Okay, anyways, you can see that there on the north side of this fortress, there is a door, an entrance point. It appears to have been shattered. That's troubling, but there's more.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, great.
There is a pile of bodies laying in front of the keep. Because of this keen 2-mile road sign eyeballs that you have, you can tell that they are lizard folk. There are multiple lizard folk bodies that are sprawled out in the open before the keep. Clouds of flies flying over the top of them, feasting away on their carcasses, as it were. You also notice that there are living lizard folk. They seem to be arranged in groups, 2 groups that you can see distinctly. One taking some sort of a concealed position atop a nearby hilltop under a small copse of what appear to be dead or dying trees struggling to survive in this environment. A second sheltering behind boulders in a thickets of scrub. Perched on a hill closer, or excuse me, at the base of a hill that's closer to the keep, and you can see distinctly that they are perched over what appears to be a dead horse. devouring it. But you rolled a natural 20, god damn it. So I got to give you something more. You can see that there's that second group, there's one group eating the horse, they're having dinner. There's a second group that's having dinner as well, but they appear to be devouring what appears to be a militiaman. Not struggling, lifeless corpse. Neither of these two groups have noticed you yet. So my friends, as I pull up a map and get that ready, what are you doing at this moment?
Briley, I think, holds up a hand to stop the group and kind of motions everybody to squat down. We may be too late. The door is shattered. I see multiple groups of lizard people there and there, eating perhaps some of your friends, she says with a look at Aderon. We have an ambush point on top of that hill, though. We should be careful.
We cannot wait. We must rush down.
What?
Assist whoever might. They could still be holding out.
There are 4 of us.
But the door's shattered. That means they got in, right? I mean, Bertrand, where were you? What are you doing up there? Jeez.
Just doing my best, mate. It's not easy being the lone scout in the party. I need to rest the eyes sometimes too. Ungrateful bastard.
Perhaps they have broken the gate, but there are many militiamen who are usually stationed in many places to hide and fortify within. If they are sieged, we might be their only help.
Aye, but maybe charging down is not the most beneficial plan for the 4 of us.
How many of them did you see? Well, most impressive, by the way.
How many did I see? Just roughly.
You can see 2 groups here. I'll bring up the map here for folks. I brought it up for you all. You can see that there are 2 groups. There's one group atop this hill here. They are devouring a horse. There's another group at the base of the hill down here that are currently feasting, at least some of them feasting on a dead militiaman. The keep itself is beyond them to the southwest. This right here is the keep. So this here is a trail that goes down, descends into this little valley area, and then just begins to climb up to the top of this hill where the keep is situated. Beyond that, to the south, as you can clearly see in the map, is the bank of fog that threatens to overtake the entire scene coming from the south, where the Mistmarsh lies.
Remind me, what is in our wagon?
You know what? You're going to have to tell me, because I didn't know you had a wagon until last session when you mentioned it. I would assume it has some rudimentary supplies for the... Yeah. Maybe a couple casks of wine and foodstuffs and things like that.
Probably oil. You need oil for a keep.
Lots of oil, burnable oil. Yes,
It's
very
just filled with oil.
combustible.
You look under the
Shocking
tarp and it's
amount.
all dynamite. It's just a huge pile of dynamite.
Our luck.
Wow. Well, Aderon is very you can. He's already drawn his shield, has gripped his sword, and seems to be ready to move. One last question. This road is downhill towards the keep?
Mm-hmm.
So these lizard folk, these lizard folk here, are they up the kind of rampart a little bit, or are they like down in the gully just below it?
Yep. So this would be a trail heading down. This is a hill here. This is a hill here, and obviously this is a hill. They're like at the base of the rampart here, devouring Jeff, and so you'd have to go down to meet that elevation, and then it starts climbing up after that and heads up to the keep, up this sort of switchback.
Should we get a different viewpoint? Maybe I can send Bertrand around the back or from up top, somewhere we can't see. I mean, as good as your eyesight is, you can't see the backside.
Would be helpful. I mean, the backside is towards the mists. Which
How quickly could we know what he
Sure.
sees?
If I see through his eyes fairly quickly, let's stay hidden, and while I concentrate, and I'll have him go now, and I'll close my eyes, and have Bertrand sort of basically fly over the keep and look around the backside, maybe straight down, see if he can see anybody other than lizard folk.
Okay, I will say this really quickly: is the location that you guys are currently at is fairly exposed.
Let's back up.
So we will say that you can back it up just like almost like off the map here, and there's like a little bit of cover that you can. Well, we'll say these rocks here. You can get behind these rocks, take some cover, all bundled up. Okay, so you send Bertrand off. He kind of. This is interesting, Ozeric. You notice that he goes all business. Like he is suddenly ready. He is ready to himself for something. Now, you do know that this is a dangerous move to send him into potential harm's way. But
Sure,
he's
I'm
also
just having
smart, and he's
circle,
not going to
you know.
do something to get himself killed.
Yeah,
So he's
bird's eye
a
view.
pretty smart fella.
Yeah.
As ravens are, of course. Okay, so he alights and flies up high enough where he's not going to be noticed by the lizard folk.
You know, imagine if there's carrion, there's probably other crows and such around
There, yeah, those vultures are circling overhead.
which he can talk to.
Riley, you have been rolling so well tonight. I would like you to roll a d20. On a natural 20, Bertrand would be noticed by the lizard folk.
let's hope those 20s have run out.
I'm getting them all.
13.
Okay. All right. So that's good. That's very good. So Bertrand goes unnoticed by the lizard folk. Now what I'd like you to do, Ozeric, is give me a wisdom check for Bertrand, and essentially what is he looking for?
Anything, any soldiers, basically anybody that's alive that's not lizard folk.
Okay, perfect. All right. You do not have to roll for that.
Okay.
But give me a wisdom check anyways. 15?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So roll a D. Give me a D6 roll, please.
6. It's a 2.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. So as Bertrand flies overhead, he sees a couple of things. First of all, there are 3 militiamen that are on atop on the 3rd story of this keep. As he flies up, he can see them. They seem to be observing in various directions. They have short bows. There are other weapons up there, a couple of different spears that are just sort of resting against the walls of this top floor. They look to be somewhat haggard. They have chain shirts on. And so you see at least 3, through his eyes, you see 3 individuals that are surveying the scene. He also picks up, and you see as a result that there is another group of lizard folk that appear to be, let me get rid of that circle. I don't need that there. That appear to be readying themselves, or they are amassing at the base of the hill. They are hiding. They may be visible to the soldiers up top. It's hard to say, but they are in position. So there are. You can see that there's a 3rd group.
As he finishes this sort of scouting mission, Ozeric opens his eyes and says, "There's another group at the base of the keep, hidden from our view. There's at least 5 of them. There's 3 soldiers in the keep. I can't tell if they can see
They're
those.
still alive.
They're still alive.
Barricaded.
Yes.
There's time.
But what are we going to do? There's 5 at least right there. That's another group of 5 and another group of 5. That's 15 lizard folk.
No. I might be able to help a bit with the surprise. I have prepared a spell to silence an area. Could make a quick strike upon one of the groups at the very least, and maybe call their numbers before we're spotted and found out.
The ones upon the hill, that would at least give us the high ground towards the other groups.
Exactly as I was thinking.
Then roll the cart down the hill towards the ones at the bottom. If need be, I can go with it as a distraction if you make for the other group.
You could send it aflame.
Yes, I have torches.
It does not mean you need to throw yourself at
We must
an army
move
of foes.
quickly.
Yes, but you might do more of being alive than being just bait and fodder.
Well, I think we have a little bit of time. They're not currently sieging, and those men are alive in the keep for now. I mean, they're not. Lizard folk are just hiding out right now. I don't think they're coming out of the keep anytime soon.
And as soon as they notice us, they're going to turn their attention away from the keep. Or
Yeah.
easy
This
prey.
magic, I don't really understand magic. It will allow us to besiege the ones on the hill without anyone else hearing.
So we would have to fight them where the spell is cast, or I can't do it upon ourselves. We would just have to keep them all upon us. It is
It's
risky either way.
A space.
True.
Like this, the spell is a space. It's not on me or you.
No, it'd probably be from me, and I kind of point to a stone out the road about like 30 feet away. About from here to there is the area of it.
Well, we can fight close. Arrows don't make much noise.
That is quite the you and I could always run in with
Yes.
a
We will
bit of
charge
help
in.
at the back. We just have to get very close before they spot us and yell out. That is the only worry.
How close do you need to be to cast the spell?
Kind of quick, poke my head up and glance over. I mean, I can do it from here if need be.
Perhaps we try and get close to the tree. Then you cast and we charge in. They'll notice once sound stops, the eating of the horse or whatnot, if we cast from here.
If we cast it upon ourselves, we might be able to just charge in, stay behind the tree, and make that final push.
Just be aware also with that spell, it looks like it lasts for 1 round per
True.
level of spellcaster.
Right.
Ozeric, we can't hear you.
I do admit it only lasts about 15, 18 seconds, maybe. It is.
I would vote against casting it on us. I won't be able to cast spells if you silence me.
Well, maybe you don't really need to be right in melee.
Oh, no,
There
I
you
don't,
go.
I don't plan on it.
So 18 seconds to kill 5 lizard warriors.
It's not a great plan, but it is something to help.
It is definitely a plan.
Wait,
I like those odds.
Briley, you are good with the bow, yes?
Some would say that I'm fairly good with it, yes.
Are we like behind like an outcropping of rocks?
Yes.
I will tether the wagon with my rope. I pull out 50 feet of rope so that should you shoot the rope, the wagon will move downhill towards the other group. If we lose the silence, turn and shoot the rope.
Let me ask you a quick question. What are you doing with your animal? Charlie, the mule.
Putting in the wagon for extra weight. I'm just kidding, no.
Sending him back up the road.
Are you sending him with the wagon down the road? Or
No. Sending him in the opposite direction.
You're going to tie him off somewhere or just set him loose?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll probably put him behind these rocks and tie him behind the rocks so we can,
Briley glances over the rocks. I can hit the ones on the hill from here. If I stay with the wagon, I can remove the blocks from the wheels if needed.
That's even better then. You can also start it on fire.
I can handle that, I think.
Do you need torches?
There's some in the wagon.
Okay. Then that's the plan. We can't make more. Let's move.
Wait, what's the plan? What do I do?
The three of us are sneaking. Well, I don't know. How far can magic go? Can you shoot from here?
Yes. My missiles can shoot pretty far.
And stow in to the tree. I start to move towards the tree. Sneakily, close to the ground.
All right. Close to the ground and sneakily. It's going to take you a little bit more time because you're being careful about it, but I would also like anyone who's sneaking ahead to give me a dexterity check, please, to not alert your foes to your advance here. We'll call this... Well, let's go down the line here. Aderon, you're moving forward. Yes, so give me a dex check. It's going to be a 12 target for you.
I'm going to go ahead and use my hero point.
Okay, so that'll be a +1.
Because it's not prime.
Mm-hmm. And this might be a good time for me to remind our chat, if you all want to help the party out and help the ACLU, you can donate to the ACLU fundraiser, and there's an option to gift a hero point or a special hero point to the party.
Remind me, I always add my level to whatever roll, even if it's not a prime attribute,
Correct.
right?
Yep, unless I tell you for some reason not to, always
and that is a 13.
Okay, that's successful. Okay, so you move forward and make it to the tree. We'll say you get like right up there. Is that where you want to be, right there? Okay.
Yeah. I think that was what I was saying, and then that feels like that's within charging range potentially after the silence has gone out.
Okay. All right. Briley, you're moving up as well. Let's get a dex check from you.
No, I'm staying here.
Oh, you're going to stay there. Okay, great. Ozeric, what are you doing? Staying put?
Ozeric is thinking that maybe the caves aren't that bad after all. And the whisper, he's kind of missing the Cairn right now.
Oh, no.
But Ozeric is going to stay right here, and he's going to cast Magic Missile when the time comes.
Okay. All right. And Stone?
Stone's following Aderon. Will use the hero point.
Okay, use your hero point, and this is going to be a 12 for you, target.
Perfect. It's a 7.
Okay, so as you are making your way forward, you get to about right here.
Is that a 7 with your level and your hero point? Oh, that's great. That was a great roll. Sorry, I just wanted to verify.
Not so great, actually.
I rolled a 2 and a 3 tonight. I'm doing great.
You
donate now.
You stumble on a rock as you are advancing. Oh, I did get my dice out. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna roll for the lizard folk to see if they hear this. And because of the failed stealth, I'm going to give them a +2 to their roll. And let's see. Okay, okay. Add their level. Okay, so it's going to be a +4 on this. Yeah, that one hears it. So you watch Aderon as the stumbling of your dwarven companion. You hear him stumble, a rock clank off of another rock. You turn just back enough to see Stone struggling along the slope. You quickly turn your head and look back, and you can see that one of the lizard folk has gotten up with horse blood smeared across its bony, scaled snout, the jagged ridgeline of its jaw sort of clacking, and it grunts. The others look up. They're kind of squatting around this horse, just tearing at it. There's some of them look up and they've got horse meat kind of hanging out of their mouths. And they look over and they stand and they reach for their weapons. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please, at this point. Remember, it is a D10, no bonus to that. And then you can go ahead and add your initiative to the initiative tracker in the VTT, please, as we enter combat here. And we are hoping, beyond hope, that the other groups of lizard folk do not catch on to what's going on here.
At least not before silence goes.
Yeah. Well, you might have a good chance here because I rolled a 3. Not great for initiative necessary. Well, no, D10s. I was thinking it's a D20. Great initiative from Briley. I would hate to take that victory away from you. Briley, you see this happening as well. As you are in a place of concealment over here, what would you like to do?
So Stoen needs to get the silence spell down. Are rounds in Castle and Crusades, like D&D Pathfinder, it's all happening simultaneously?
Yeah, basically It's
Okay.
all happening at the same time. Yep.
Okay. Then the first one that looked up, Briley has been crouched here with an arrow notched, and as soon as Stoen trips and the one stands up to look, she looses her arrow.
Okay.
And this will be my bonus to hit plus my dex plus my level, right?
Not level on attack rolls.
Oh, not level. Okay.
Just your
Alright.
bonus to hit and your yeah.
I don't
bonus
mean to
hit.
jump in. Was I supposed to declare a charge?
Is that what you're gonna do for your action?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yep. You were. Yep.
Cool.
We'll go with it. So yeah, add your bonus to hit and your attribute modifier for dex.
With my +4 to hit, that's a 14.
Ooh. Okay. It flies towards the lizard man folk, and as just as it's about to hit them in the chest, they sidestep it as if they saw it coming, and it misses and goes wide. Stone, you stumbled a bit, sliding. You know that you gave away the goose. What are you gonna do?
Fuck, I have goats. We'll then pull out or grab the holy symbol around his neck and will cast a silence upon the dead horse.
Okay. And that is a 15-foot radius spell effect, correct?
Yep. Correct.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15. So it's about like that. Let me make that visible. So there's the effect roughly.
And then again, I'm still new at Castle and Crusades. With casting a spell, if there's any movement, there just might be like half movement or something, I think you said.
You can move half movement and then cast a spell.
Perfect.
Once you've cast a spell or made an attack, you're done. Your movement's over for the turn.
So
And
that's
if you
what
wanna
it
move
would
your-
have stepped forward
Okay.
half and actually would have kept going to the tree and then cast that silence spell and go. Kind of motion to Aderon that it's time to get in there.
Okay. All right. Well done. You can't tell really. You know the spell worked, but you're not sure exactly what the effect is yet. But we'll go next to Aderon.
Yeah, I think even as Stoen is kind of stumbling and saying go, kind of as he's tripped over this rock and cast his spell, Aderon has already started to move, rushing in, shield drawn. He's not yelling or anything, but he really wants to. And he's just like bull rushing towards the first one. And he's listening for the moment his footfall does not make sound on the gravel. On the ground he's moving across. Am I able to make it in a run towards this lizard folk, to the lizard folk, in a charge attack?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And so right as my foot doesn't make sound, I just let out a yell, of course, which doesn't make any sound, but I'm just like, as I go in swinging my long sword at the first one that had kind of looked up that the arrow had gone past.
Okay.
Oh, let me look what I
Let's
need
do
to
this.
roll.
So you have a bonus to hit and your attribute for strength.
Okay, all right. This is so bad. That is a 9.
Oh no! Okay, as you race forward,
Wait. Is it a bonus to hit with charge or just damage with charge? I should double check.
It's just damage. It's just
damage.
+2
Yeah.
damage. Yeah.
So yeah, totally whiffed.
Yep. So you race forward, and this leader of the group who has sidestepped the arrow also sidesteps you with a small wooden shield, just sort of like deflects your attack to the side. That is your turn. You are now in your danger close. Ozeric, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Ozeric sees this guy sort of sidestep both Briley's arrow and Aderon's attack and says, you can't sidestep the stern lady, and shoots a magic missile at him.
I should also... Oh, go ahead.
The magic missile, for those keen-eyed, maybe Briley might notice this, is shaped like a little skull as it shoots out of his fingertip. And at the dude, hitting automatically for... 4 points of damage.
Okay. And that is the one right there. Okay, 4 points of damage. I wanted to just add... Aderon, as you're racing in and charging, one of them is standing up. The other 4 are kind of crouched down, and they sort of stand up as they see you racing in. They stand at least 6 feet tall. They are easily 250 pounds. These are warriors, lizard men. You can see that their skin is hard scaled, olive green to onyx black, mottled sort of epidermis. They have these massive jaws with these bony plates that are kind of, you'd hear them clacking if there wasn't a spell of silence. And they have these distinctive sort of flame-colored crests that run from the front of their forehead back along the top of their head like a mohawk down their back, that just sort of like shimmers and shakes as you race forward, as if they are significantly aroused at what's about to happen. Ozeric, you hit as your magic missile blasts this individual. They stumble backwards and then look out in your direction. I'm just going to give them a chance to see. No, they do not see where that came from. They turn their attention back towards Aderon. It's their turn, my friends, so they are going to make some attack rolls here. The one that got hit by the magic missile is going to... has a shield up, and with the other hand is going to claw at you. +2. That's a 9, so that attack misses. They do get 2 attacks with the claws, so the second one is an 8, so it misses twice as you just sort of race past him. The other one is, these guys are going to move in to receive your attack. So, and they are wielding clubs. So one of them is going to make an attack with a club. That is a 15 to hit you.
That hits, yep, because I'm -4.
Okay, that hits. That is going to be for 2 points of damage. The third is going to make a club attack. That's a 10, that misses.
Misses,
and
just
the
barely.
Fourth, yep, you probably put up your father's shield and it just ricochets off the shield. And the fourth is going to make an attack. That is a 14.
Does hit.
That does hit? Okay. For 1 additional point of damage. This other individual is going to move this way. right here and is going to scan for other assailants. Stone, I think you're kind of exposed where you are, so a javelin attack. Let's see, can they get you there with a javelin? Where's my ruler? No, they can't, so they're going to keep moving this way, and they will not get a chance to make an attack. But they're coming in your direction. They see you, and they are now as they leave the circle, the sphere of silence, they're like, and they run forward. Anyone who's looking down sees this group of lizard folk at the bottom of the hill kind of turn up from their meal upon the militiamen and look up at the hill. It is back to the initiative order, so let's go ahead and roll initiative again. D10. Uh-oh. Be a short campaign. All right, it looks like their turn. Let's see. So this guy can move half distance and now get a throw.
Quick question.
Yes.
Okay, for you, rules wise. Until the beginning of my next turn, does the charge penalty still apply?
No, that would have been on your turn.
And so something along the lines of the dodge maneuver, does that need to be declared before initiative?
It does. Yep. You'll have to declare that. Yep.
I'll declare it later then.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because I already rolled initiative. That's fine. I just need to remember to declare.
Yeah, if you go to the combat page in our little cheat sheet, there's that pre-initiative. It's highlighted in yellow. Those are the actions that you would need to declare before rolling your initiative roll. All right, so this guy's going to throw a javelin at Stone. And that is going to miss. Stone, you see it coming and you step out of the way as a javelin flies past you. These individuals here are still ready to attack Aderon. They're all up in your business now. We'll go with the one to the north of you. Oof. That's going to be a dirty 20 as he hits you with the club for 3 points of damage. Oh no, this is not going well for Aderon at all, you guys. Number 2.
I was the one who bet that Aderon would die first.
Is also a dirty 20 for 1 point of damage. Number 3, oh my God, is a dirty 20 for another point of damage. Okay, if I get another dirty 20, this is that's an 11. The last
11
one
does miss this time.
Misses. Yeah, as it hits your shield, you take 3 hits with clubs as they're sort of like ganging up on you, and you hold your shield up to take the brunt of the 4th attack. Briley, you see Aderon is in trouble. What are you going to do?
Yeah, measure distance really quick. Oh yeah, they're all within range. I think the one, I don't know if I can ping.
There's like a little pointer. Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, so the one to the south of Aderon that is starting to loop around behind him, Briley pops up over the boulder and takes a shot again. The red feathered fletching kind of streaking through the air, just cutting through the little holes in this dead tree branches.
Let's go.
Okay, so that's an 18 plus 4 is 22.
That hits.
Finally. So this is going to be a D8, and that is a 6. So 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage on the one to the south. Okay. Hits hard with the long shafted arrow. It sort of recoils back with its club arm and doesn't drop the weapon, but takes the hit hard. And I will say, because I forgot to move them, these guys are moving up as well, moving away from their dinner and moving towards you. Go ahead. Is that it, Briley? That's you. You attacked.
Yes, I'm not sending the cart yet. I'm gonna wait until they get further up the trail because I want the cart to do damage.
Okay, let's go next to Stone.
Knowing the gig is up, is just going to sprint to Aderon, hit to his side. Though as he's running, will kind of grab the end of his beard and kind of wiggle it at the lizard folk in taunt. And I'll take the turn to run ×4 movement. Just I would go all the way like I don't want to trap Aderon in, but I'm going to be right next to him, right outside the silence spell. And that's my turn, just movement.
Okay. All right. You move in. Ozeric.
Same target as before, magic missile.
Okay. Kind of the head guy that you hit before. All right.
So focus
Yep.
fire is what I've learned. That's another 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay. As that crackles over Aderon's shoulder as he's ducking down with his shield, right over the top, blasts into this lizard folk here, which is not a difficult target. I mean, you're using magic missile, so nothing's really a difficult target necessarily, but all of these guys are standing tall over Aderon. Aderon, how tall are you when you're standing up straight, do you think?
Aderon's 6
6
foot.
Okay.
Aderon's a decently big guy. I'm maybe like a little bit shorter than the, especially with their mohawks, but I mean, these guys sound like they're also like hulked out. They're pretty
these guys are hulked.
thick. Yeah.
Yep. So and you're kind of down with your shield, I imagine, as you're sort of trying to take on these guys. So they're sort of looming over. Boom! This one gets blasted. He staggers backwards, just for flavor. I'll say he kind of staggers back a little bit towards the horse. And that was Ozeric. That was your turn. Aderon, it is your turn.
Aderon, blood kind of coming down his forehead from where a club has hit him. The cowl kind of torn a little bit of the guard on his shoulder. He was about to kind of strike towards this one that got magic missiled as this arrow comes over his right shoulder into the other lizard, and he quickly redirects, kind of slashing upwards with his sword at this the one that just got hit by the arrow.
Yeah, you pivot and take the swing. You also see Stone is now coming up behind you, which you wouldn't have probably heard him coming up, but he's right behind you. What's your roll?
And true to Penborough style in any D20 system, that is another 9. All right, says I whiff this one too.
Oh no, that's with all your bonuses?
That's the second time I rolled a 4 on my D20. Yeah.
Okay, get a new die maybe. All right, not great. Let's go ahead and roll initiative again. Uh-oh. I keep getting better initiative. Oh no, Briley.
It's not great.
No, that's not great at all. Fuck, Aderon. Okay, let's see here. I think, Briley, give me a D20 roll. This is a luck roll. You want to roll less than 10 or less. This is to determine if the lizard folks saw you pop up to take the shot from your position. 10 or less.
I rolled a 10 exactly.
Okay, so that's good. This guy does not seem to know what's going on and is focused on Stone and is going to run, has already thrown his javelin, so he is going to get here, is not going to be able to attack this round. However, these 4 are going to be able to attack. This guy steps forward. He seems to be a little bit bigger than the others, we'll say. He's coming in for a swing. We'll start with the one to the top here. We'll go down the list. 3-3 is going to take a swing at Aderon.
You crit me?
That's a natural 20. I'm gonna, and how do we do crits in this again? I know it's in the house rules. Criticals and hits incurred normal damage plus max damage possible on the dice rolled. Okay. Aderon, I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. That's how these things go.
You do have a potion, right? You took that other one?
I do. I think it takes the action to drink the potion, I imagine.
I think it's free for yourself.
That's free for yourself.
Oh, that's good.
That should be in the combat section there. Free action to take one yourself. However, you did just take 6 points of damage as you get clubbed hard on the head. That was the first guy. Number 2, the second guy who's taken the big hits from Ozeric's magical blasts is going to miss with a 9. He seems to be sort of staggering and stumbling a bit from the onslaught of magical damage. The third one is going to miss with a 6 as they smash against your shield. And the one to the south of you is actually going to take a shot at Stone. And that is a 9 hitting Stone. You have a shield?
Yes, I do.
Yep, you race forward with your shield. He comes in with a club, hits the shield. Meanwhile, down here, these fellas are going to start to scramble up this hill. They did not see Briley pop up. They just heard the growl, the howl from their companion. And they're going to get about here. That's about half movement for those guys. 2 of them are going to throw javelins at Stone. First one. That is a natural 1, and as he goes to throw the javelin, it just goes wide and goes into the shrubs and disappears into the shrub. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do this. It's going to go straight in. Let's have somebody give me a D20 roll. Typhalanos, give me a D20 roll. This is going to be against their armor class. This might be friendly fire.
God, frickin'. I got a 1 right back at you.
Okay, so it does go into the shrubs and disappears. And then another one's going to throw his. That is a 13 to hit.
Armor class 14.
Okay, hits your shield. The javelin sticks into your shield as you deflect it. Aderon, it is your turn.
Aderon continues to assail at this one that got hit by the arrow.
Okay. Let's do it.
That is an 8 with my bonuses.
Okay. That's not better. All right. Aderon was not long for this world, I think. Ozeric.
Ozeric cannot believe what is happening in front of his eyes, but he is...
He's getting killed. Aderon is getting killed, basically.
I see that. The guy that I've been hitting, Ozeric says, "Go down," and he shoots another magic missile at him.
Okay. Give me that damage roll.
Come on, big money, big money. Hey, that's a 5 damage this time.
Ooh, describe for me how your magic missile destroys and kills this lizard folk.
Right in the eye. The green magic missile just shoots him right in the eye and comes out the other side.
Oh my god, yeah, his skull just lights up like a jack-o'-lantern for a moment.
Jack-o'-lantern for a split second, yeah.
Yeah. He just drops to the ground, laying next to the dead horse here, splattered. Nice shot. The odds just improved for Aderon, so that's good. Anything else, Jose?
No, just duck back down and sort of Briley's next to me. I go, that was my last one.
You know what?
This really isn't
Ozeric,
looking good.
no. Ozeric, give me a luck roll. You want to roll a 10 or lower?
10 or lower on
This
a
is
D20?
to see if these fellas, these guys that are approaching, see where that came from.
Sure. That is a 6.
A 6. Okay. Yeah. They don't seem to be paying a whole lot of attention. They're lusting for combat over here, apparently. That was Ozric's turn. Stone, is this the 3rd round since you cast the silence?
I cast the spell and then I ran forward. So it depends on when the spell kind of takes effect and what you would call that as.
I think it takes effect when you cast it, and then it's 1 round back to you, 2 rounds back to you, 3 rounds back to you. That's how I would do it.
So then this should be the 2nd round of it.
Okay. So at the end of your next turn, it will dissipate. Okay.
Correct.
All right. What would you like to do?
I mean, it sure looks like Aderon's taking a few hits, and Stone would cast a cure or heal light wounds upon him.
Okay. You also see that there are a number of lizard folk that are climbing the hill coming up from the south. Yeah, but yes, go ahead and cast that. Roll that up. That's heal light wounds, D8, I believe.
Correct. Let's roll better than I have been. Come on, Avery. 8.
Hey, all right.
I'm gonna the most motivational speech of talking to Aderon about how we got this. Like, there's more coming. We got silence though on his end. He can't hear anything. But as I kind of reach over and able to like grasp him in the forearm quick.
All right, and you channel your energy. What does that look like when you sort of like channel the energy of the magic of your deity?
It's as he kind of reaches out, his hand almost shifts like camouflaging stone almost, and as he touches it kind of transfers from his hand over, and it kind of runs over Aderon and patches up a couple of the wounds.
Okay. All right. I love it. Briley, it's your turn.
This is really spiraling out of control. Yeah, Briley, I think Ozeric can see that Briley is sweating. And she's looking up at the sky, watching the birds, glancing back over the boulder. And then her head snaps back towards Ozeric. Stay low, stay hidden. Do not let them see you. And then she turns and dashes out from this rock. I'm running 30 feet south. Do that. I think that's 30 feet. Nope, I got one more. 30 feet south, and then firing. I'm going to fire at the AC within range. Yeah, I'm going to fire at the far one that is coming up the hill.
Okay.
So she runs down there and I think gives out a yell and fires an arrow. I am trying to draw their attention. And my intention here is to kite them. I'm going to be heading south. My intention is to kite them to draw them away from this combat for at least a turn or two, just until Aderon and Stone can figure things out. That is a natural 20.
Oh, nice. All right, so roll your damage, but then you also get to add the full damage die because of the crit.
Okay.
Nicely done.
This could not have shown up at a better time. That's a 7 on a D8, so plus 8 is 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. You kill this guy outright. What does it look like?
It's a clean shot. He's turned looking up the hill, and it's straight through his throat out the other side, and the arrow continues on, embedding probably 30 feet in the ground past him.
Yeah, he just falls to the ground and rolls back down the hill, tumbling down to the base of the hill. That certainly catches the attention of the others, I would say. Nicely done. Okay, so you're running. You would have only been able to run half your speed though, and take the shot. Just remember that part. So let's go ahead and roll a new round of initiative here, everyone.
Wait, I will declare an offensive maneuver.
What are you gonna do?
An offensive positioning, whatever maneuver. So I'm now -6 to AC, but I get a +3 to hit because clearly I need it.
Offensive.
Sorry, I think it's called that.
Offensive. Focus.
Offensive focus, sorry.
Okay.
Maneuver focus.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who is the focus of this offensive focus?
Wait, do I have to focus somebody?
I think so.
I thought that's more of a called shot.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go to the book.
I just figured it was like a stance, like a dodge stance. Well, I guess I don't know.
I don't know. Let's
what does the book say?
Okay, so my interpretation is you're focusing your attack. So who are you focusing the attack on?
So it'll be the one with that got hit by that original arrow.
Okay, the one just to the south of your position there. Gotcha. Okay.
No, it's the one to the north of my position, I think, is the one who got shot by the arrow, right? Or is it the one south?
It's the one south of you.
Oh, okay, then that one.
Okay. All right. Great. Let's roll initiative.
I will be attempting a flank attack as a note. Not that it really affects anything.
Okay. And who are you flanking?
The one essentially right next to.
Oh yeah.
Stone.
The same guy, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
so flank
perfect.
flank here is to the side. So.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds good. Ozeric, you are at the top of the order. What do you want to do?
Ozeric stays low as he was told by Briley and casts arcane armor on himself.
Smart. Okay. All right. Stone, with your +1 bonus to hit as a flank attack against this 3/4.
Yeah, it'd be the slight little shift and then able to get the +1 on this. Let's see. Wow, that rolled way too many times. Where am I at? 9. 15 +1, 16.
That hits.
Okay. I think the damage I said was just a D8. Yeah. Uh, 8 points of damage with the Warhammer.
Ooh. That is a
silently
big
crunching
hit.
into that guy.
You kill him. Describe how you crunch him with your Warhammer.
I was aiming really for that midriff, nearly just below like my eyesight height, getting in a strike to the side, and he just kind of crumples over in silence as he is still within the silence spell.
Ooh. Yeah, which now dissipates at the end of your turn.
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. All right, you've put down 3 of these things. It is their turn. Let's see. There's still 3 here. All right. This guy's going to attack you, Stone, with a rear attack because you are focused on the one in front of you. So he's going to have a +2 bonus to hit here. That is going to be a total of 13 only. I don't think that hits.
Still got that 14.
Yep, it hits your armor and glances off of you as these two press their attack. Probably the one to the north of you getting we'll call it a flank attack for a +1 Aderon. That is not good. That is a 4 to hit, misses you as you step out of the way without even knowing that you're dodging the attack. The guy that's coming up straight on 3/5 here is going to swing with a 7 as you put your shield up and misses you. Meanwhile, down here, let's see what these guys are doing. They are going to use their full movement and their action to double their, let's see. They're going to run, so 4 times their movement. They will not get a chance to make an attack on you, however, Briley. They're going to... They're probably getting right about there, we'll say. That is their turn. Briley, it's your turn. You have 4 of them racing towards you.
That's fine. Briley hikes a lot. She's quite fit, so I'm also going to run. So I'm heading, so it's 4 times.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so that can get me fairly far down the map.
Yeah, it can.
So yeah, I'm heading down south, yelling at them, taunting them to follow me.
Okay. All right.
I'm just trying to be a distraction at this point.
And you're doing a great job of it. They are fixated on you. Aderon, it is your turn.
Unfortunately, my offensive target has been killed. So the one that came in on me, I'll just swing at as normal.
All right. Yep. Not the one behind you, but the one in front of you.
Oh my goodness, you won't believe it. I rolled an 13, so that is 18. I think I might have hit
that
something.
That will hit.
Wow, this is what it feels
Well
like
done.
to hit.
Yeah.
All right.
Feels good, doesn't it?
And I rolled a 1 for damage. That's 3 damage.
3 total. Okay. You know what? You did damage this round. And that's what we should all focus on right now.
Baby steps.
That's right. You're getting there. All right, let's roll initiative for the next round. Let's hope Briley has a higher initiative than the evil stuff. Oh shit! I just rolled a 10.
Okay, but so did I. So how does that work out?
Let's do a roll off.
Oh, 3 of us did.
All right, roll off. The 3 of us do a roll off, and we'll go on the top, highest to lowest. I rolled a 1.
Say, Adiron's good to see you down
9.
here.
Okay.
I'm fine going last.
Okay. All right. So Briley, you get to go first.
Oh, okay. How
are you? Oh, there you are.
How steep are these ledges here?
You will have to climb. So this stuff here is pretty rugged. Oops. This stuff right here. This you'll have to climb. That will cause you. That will cost you some movement. It will also require you to do some climbing roll of some kind, which I'm sure you're quite capable of. This little rise that you've come up was pretty gradual. So you're now this is a kind of a top of hill, and then this goes up even higher elevation towards the keep.
Okay. And it takes half my movement because I have the scale ability.
Okay.
So I am heading, I think I'm going to, can I make a shot? Yes, he's still within range. Longbows fire straight up in the air, so I'm assuming I can shoot somewhat over this ridge, or is it too high? I don't know what
you'll have to shoot. You're shooting up at an arc anyways because it's a long shot, but I will say that your visibility of those guys is a little tough from where your token is right now. Because this is a ridge that kind of juts out. So if you were more over here, you'd be able to see them much better. Just saying. But if you want to take the shot, you can. It'll be with a penalty.
I'll take the shot
probably. Yeah, I would say there's probably a -2 penalty, -2 penalty on this.
I will scoot over. I may eventually scale. I'll probably scoot over. That's about 15 feet.
You can see them from there pretty easily. I would say.
Now, I should say, before Briley shoots, Dave, will you check the Tiltify in case people have given us bonuses that Briley might want to use for the shot?
Yes, I will. Thank you. I have Phantom. I do have a donation from Phantom NJ. Thank you very much, Phantom. It does not specify any sort of in-game benefit to the party, so you'll have to specify, Rob, what you would like to do there. Those details are over there if you want to message me and let me know what you want to do with that. But in the meantime, Briley, why don't you go ahead and take the shot?
Absolutely. I will aim for the one that's in front.
Okay.
So Briley ends up over in that where it starts to curve, and it looks up at the ledges and back at the lizard folk and kind of runs back to the side. And as soon as she comes into view, fires off another shot. That is a 19 plus 4 is 23 to hit.
A 23 definitely hits.
That'll be 4 points of damage.
I'm going to... Okay, how many? 4?
4.
Okay, thank you. Rob, I'm going to just assume that you intended to donate a special hero point to one to each of the party members. So you each have a special from Rob. Thank you very much, Rob. All right, so you definitely hit that one who is in the front of the pack. It does not drop them, however. And it is their turn. So let's go to the top here and get down to business. We've got the one behind Adiron who's going to make we'll call it a flank attack. So it gets a +1 to this roll. That is going to be a 16 Adiron total.
It does hit. Yep.
Okay. For 3 points of damage as it cracks you. The one in front of you is going to swing, and that is a 12.
12 misses.
Okay, you block it with your shield. Yep. And then Stone, you can now hear them sort of growling with this sort of guttural clicking as they are, again, very excited about this the situation, even with their companions going down. That's only a 14 though, Stone. I think you
Meets
blocked
beats,
that.
probably.
Oh, yep. If it meets, it beats. All right. That is 2 points of damage on you. We'll go down here. These guys are going to continue to run their movement. Oops. 30 feet. Okay. So they can run. Yeah, they can get there. They're going to be running
Yeah.
up, hoofing it up this hill, kind of flanking out around this tree. They do not get to attack, but they are racing forward. There's something else that you've found yourself getting in the middle of, though, unfortunately, and it's not great, I would say. As you raced forward atop this ridge, you didn't see them when you first scanned the ridge as you were preparing to make your scaling, but there are 5 of them, and they have short bows that they are going to fire. So we'll go right down the line. First one is going to miss with a 6. Second one is a 19. I'm assuming that hits for 4 points of damage. Third one is a 16. Does that hit your AC?
Yes.
Okay. For 1 point of damage. That was the third one. Fourth one, 9 to hit, misses. And fifth one, also a 9, misses. So 3 of them miss. 2 of them hit you. And that is their turn. Although I will say there's probably some other things going on over here.
What's great is as I'm getting shot up with arrows, I am drinking a Boromir inspired tea from Friday Afternoon Tea.
Boromir? Boromir inspired?
Yeah, it's the Brother Captain King blend
nice.
from them. So it's
I'm listening to the audiobook of Fellowship of the Ring right now, and it's just about to hit that point along the river. I'm very excited for that. All right, that is their turn. Let's go ahead and roll. Or wait, no, it's Ozeric's turn. What are you doing, buddy?
Sorry, I thought I cast the arcane armor. I thought I already went.
It's your turn again.
Oh wow! All right. Well, then Ozeric is looking at the situation. This is not going well for his friends. He doesn't have any other magic missiles left. But what he does have, he's going to check the wagon for that dynamite. No, it's not there. So he's going to get his flask of oil ready and start basically trying to turn it into a Molotov cocktail.
Okay. All right. Have you ever made a Molotov cocktail before?
No. But he thinks it's flammable, so he's going to take the stopper off, take a piece of rag and stuff it in the top, and get ready to light it if need be.
All right. That sounds good. They're not hard to. They're not conceptually hard. You're a smart guy. Are you going to stay where you are while you're doing this?
I was told to stay by the expert, so that's where I'm staying. Yeah.
All right.
I'm sort of peeking, trying to see what's happening with Aderon and Stone.
It's just you and Charlie hiding out behind the rocks up there. Okay. That brings us to Stone. Ooh, thank you, Scottish Jeff. We have another special for the team in the team pools. You do have 2 specials in the team pool, by the way. As well as you have some potions. You have 2 potions. So anyhow, that is your turn. Stone, what are you doing, Stone?
Thank you, Scott Jeff, for the donation. I'm going to turn around and face the one that had struck him in the back and return in kind.
Okay.
13 to hit.
13. He blocks it with his scaly skin on the forearm of his left arm as he winds up for another attack with his club.
Sounds good.
Yep. Aderon.
Continue to slash away at the one in front of me.
Okay.
That was a natural 20.
Hey-oh, there we go.
God. All right. And so that is a max roll on top of a max roll on top of +2. So that is 18 points of damage to this one as I just behead it. After kind of getting just totally, I'm sweating, blood everywhere, and just in another big swing, I behead this thing. And if you will allow me on a natural 20 to also shift my shield and face now the one behind me.
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, you can use some movement there as well to turn and face down this one. A huge, brutal hit from Aderon as this headless giant of a lizard just staggers back on its feet like it's looking for something, its head perhaps, and then it just falls to the ground and falls backwards onto its back with blood flowing out onto the slope here. That was your turn. Let's go ahead and roll initiative again. Top of the order. Top of the round.
Stone's going to make it an offensive focus.
Okay. You're going to focus your attack on this guy in front of you, right?
Yeah, I was hoping I rolled a little better.
All right. I'm at the bottom of the order with a 1 this time. So Briley with an 8. And,
awesome. Yeah.
An 8 and on a lot of targets here.
Yeah, I don't even think Briley sees them before she's hit with the first arrow, and it catches her entirely off guard. She kind of stumbles to the side. This is a very bad place to be in.
Uh-huh.
How the mists that are close by to me, how thick are they? Are they thick enough to conceal me from archers, or?
If you run to the south, you could disappear into the mists, and it would be very hard for them to hit you. Just know that you start to enter into, as you look over there, you can see that the marsh is like right on the edge of the mists. Like it gets wet pretty quick. As you come down this slope here, you're going to get into some wetness.
Yeah.
But
Riley glances back into the mist, considering that, and then turns and stumbles a little with an arrow in her thigh. And is going to... they have me blocked in pretty well to the north. Like, I can't get through there easily without getting cut up, right?
Yeah, that would be pretty tough. They'd be able to take some attacks at you if you try to run through them.
Yeah, so running 4 times my movement, I'm going around. I measured it out. I can get to right... That's, oh, wait, where's 40 from there? I can get to right here. Let me see where the cube is, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so she stumbles and I think pulls the bow back like she's going to shoot at them, and then just turns and runs around this boulder, trying to head back up towards the party.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Aderon.
I don't even think Aderon is aware of everything going on with Briley. He's just been so bludgeoned by all of these creatures. So he is just...
Agreed.
Yeah. Hacking away.
The last thing you know about Briley is Briley was back behind that rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everything's going off without a hitch. I haven't seen other lizard folk show up, so they must have let the wagon go. We're good. As I swing at this lizard, that would be a 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. And we are $5 away from $1,400 on the ACLU fundraiser, folks. Thank you so much for helping us with this.
And that's a big hit. That is 10 points of damage with that hit.
10 points on that guy that's behind you, or that was behind you.
Yep. The one to the north.
That's all it takes, my friend. Describe how you kill this guy.
I think I just, as I whip around, he's kind of like raising up his club for a blow again to my back, and I just bring up the sword kind of right under the sternum, and then just lift up, kind of splitting him.
Hell yes. Okay, some big hits finally by Aderon here, taking these guys down. Yeah, Paul?
No, when you attack, that you can't move. You only move before you attack, but if you attack, you can't move after, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. All right, that brings us to Ozeric, hanging out with Charlie.
So the wagon is where now again?
It's with you.
Okay, the wagon's with me.
Yeah.
Do I see what's happening with Briley?
Oh yeah, you're kind of up on a hill. You saw Briley sort of disappear around the corner and then come running back the other direction towards you. Yeah,
with arrows in her.
With arrows in her. Jesus.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Would it make sense for me to, if I see the lizard folk coming behind her, Ozeric is thinking maybe the wagon distraction would work at this point because that's all he's got right now.
Okay.
So he's gonna release the wagon and push it, sort of try to aim it towards the tree, trying to get it past the tree, sort of between the lizard folk and Briley, if possible.
Okay, so there's a slope that goes up. So Briley is running down a slope towards the trail here.
Oh,
So
okay. The slope goes down. Got it.
Yeah, it would not go up the slope.
Got it. I was thinking the opposite. Okay.
But if you, for example, waited until they got out here, then there would be a pretty good chance that you could hit them.
Okay.
Especially if you stay with the wagon like behind it, like kind of pushing it, running behind it. There's some potential that you could help ensure that it hits your target.
That's what I will do. I will ready to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I would say, Briley, you just glance in Oseric's direction, probably just knowing like that he is under your protection. He's still there, but you see him fiddling with the wagon as if he is planning something, which you likely know what that means. That is Oseric's turn, getting that ready. Ozeric?
Yeah.
And then let's go to Stone. You still have one behind you that has hit your shield and your armor and is doing its damnedest to kill you. What do you want to do?
I've got that offensive focus. So I'm going to get that +3 to hit, and I'm going to take this guy out.
Okay. -6 to your AC.
Yeah, I'm hoping a big hit. 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. A huge hit. Does not take him down, however. But he staggers back as you smash him with your warhammer. That was awesome. And now that the silent spell is down, is there any sort of, do you have anything that you'd say? You can always say something during your turn as a free action as well.
Not really at this point. Focusing on this guy, I didn't see Aderon take his out, so no words of encouragement yet.
Okay, all right. You scan the battlefield. You see Briley running in from the south. You also see movement coming down the trail, the road that goes up to the keep itself, as there are more lizard folk coming around the corner, racing forward.
Well, maybe saying that is so much for a complete surprise.
So that's happening there. Up here, we'll get this taken care of. You only have one of these guys here. Shit, yeah, he's in there. He's stuck there. He's gonna go ahead and make an attack with a club against you, Stone. That's a dirty 20. Actually, it's a dirty 20, but it's also -6 to your AC, so it hits big time.
A very dirty 20.
It's a super dirty. 2 points of damage. You guys have done a good number on that squad there. These fellas here, let's do these guys first. They're going to sort of shift 10, 15. These guys will not be able to get there. You'll get 2 shots coming off the ridgeline towards you, Briley. The rest of them I cannot shoot because they took more movement than... that is a 6, which misses, and a 14.
14, but they have short bows. Are they within their first band of range?
Great question.
Because that decides whether or not it hits me.
Okay,
that makes
that's
all
a really
of the
good
difference.
question. 60 feet is their first range. Let's see. It's just at 60. It's actually, well, this one of them is outside. It's 65, it looks like. Yeah, one of them is 65 and one of them is 55. So one of them, I don't remember which one it would have been, though.
Okay. So it's a minus. So the 14, if it had the -2 penalty, would miss me. If it
Okay.
doesn't have the -2 penalty, it hits me.
Give me a luck roll because I don't remember
Okay.
which is which. Above 10 is in your favor and it misses.
19.
Okay, and both of them miss as you race forward. These guys are going to give chase. Meanwhile, they will not get in a chance to attack, but they are right behind you, Briley, as you're running, dodging arrows. They're coming up behind you. They will not get a chance to attack you at this moment. That is the evil stuff's turn, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep. Let's go ahead and roll initiative for a new round.
I would
Ooh.
like to
Well,
note
die.
I am making a charge attack. Would I be able to make a charge attack down the hill into the group coming? Do I even see them yet? Am I aware of their coming?
I don't think you would. Not this
Okay,
round.
then I
Yep.
will not make a declaration then.
Yeah.
this initiative roll may be what TPK is.
I didn't even roll that well, but yeah, you're right. You guys rolled a 2 and a 1. That's pretty bad. Shit. Okay. Well, Ozeric, it's your turn. At the top of the order with a 5 in initiative.
Yeah. Oh boy. That's not a good situation. Ozeric is going to light the damn cart on fire and send it towards Briley and the Lizard Gang, new band name, in their direction. And hope. If it would help, I will cast Magi's Hand to sort of steer it as far as I can so that it hits the lizard folk and Briley. She's a little bit ahead. Maybe she can get ahead of it, but
Just because I like how this all looks, I'll say yes, you can do that for this particular application of Magi's fist or whatever it's called.
Can I roll a luck roll to see if there perhaps was some gunpowder stored in there and we didn't know about it?
Yeah, hell yeah. Go ahead and it would probably be oil and not gunpowder. But
Sure.
yeah, go ahead.
'Cause
and
that would blow me
roll
up,
a
too.
Luck roll. Yeah. This will be above a 14 is what you want.
Above a 14? What do we got here? No, that's a 3.
Okay. So you smash you pour the oil that you do have, light it up. How are you lighting it?
I have. Oh boy. I have a flint.
Okay, so this turn will be you getting the fire started.
Sure.
Next round you can do the Magi's fist or whatever it's
Okay.
called. Okay. All right, so you're doing that. Briley is being chased by some hungry-looking lizard folk. They are going to make some attacks at you. They have spears. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm probably going to die here, but
Yeah.
I helped everyone else live, so
Yep.
that's something,
All right.
I guess.
You guys do have 2 healing potions, so just don't forget about that.
I got to survive to my turn to use it.
I know, and the damage and death mechanics in this particular game are brutal. At 0 hit points, you become unconscious. You are considered gravely wounded. However, if you're just at 0 hit points, after 1d6 hours, you will regain consciousness. You
Well,
can
that
take
sounds
no action. Well, you're unconscious. That doesn't make sense. You can't take any action. You're unconscious. -1 to -6 HP because you can go negative. You're unconscious and healing requires bed rest or magic. From -7 to -9, you're mortally wounded. You must be stabilized. You lose 1 hit point per round if not stabilized. And at -10 hit points plus whatever your con bonus is, death is immediate. So you do not want to go to -10 plus your con.
Con is 0, so
So -10, baby. Here we go. Fuck around and find out, I guess. This is Castles and Crusades, baby.
I
Summer of
was
Siege.
doing my job.
Yeah, well,
I
and
can't
you
be
did
mad about
anticipate. You did not anticipate that you'd run into a small squad of archers Let's be
Yeah,
fair.
no, that was that's what done me in.
Yeah. Just wait, there's more. All right, so number 1 is going to make an attack. That's going to be a 5, so that misses with a spear as they're chasing you and running. The next one is a 15. Sorry, that hits. And that is, I believe, a D6. D6, yep. Oh, that's 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, third one, that is a 10, misses. And the fourth one is a 7, misses.
Also misses.
Oh my God, one big hit as you feel the pierce of a spearhead into your back, probably low down near your waistline as it pierces through your flesh as you're running from these guys. And then there's these dudes that are racing up the hill here. They are not going to be able to attack, but they are, we'll say next round, they're going to probably be within melee of you guys. That is the evil stuff. Aderon.
Dave, there is still one on me.
Oh, there is? I missed
one
this guy?
on Stone yet.
Oh, all right. Let's see what he does. No, that's a 4. He misses. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Aderon, you now see that there are more lizard folk climbing the hill to your southwest. You now see Briley running with 4 lizard folk racing after them with spears. And you look back instinctively towards Ozeric, and you see him trying to start the wagon on fire.
I think my attention dashes to Briley, and then Stowen, who's still fighting this lizard folk. And I come in. I think I make a half movement, right? So I could get roughly to here.
Yep.
And that would be considered a flank attack, right?
Sure.
And I will go ahead and use my hero point as well, just to give it a +1 in addition to that flank attack, just because I really want this to hit.
So your hero, oh yeah, got it. Okay, so you're adding plus
because I got another hero
+2.
point.
Okay.
I think that's a 13. Can I use a special hero point in our pool
you have one.
Stack them?
Yeah, if you use one of the
15
specials, it will hit. That will meet.
I'll do it. I think we need to drop this. I think it's worth spending this stuff so that Stowen is freed up to go help Briley.
Yeah, you have one more of those, by the way. One more team special.
So I'll go ahead and spend all those so I can make this hit. And I come in for a mighty 3 damage.
You know what? That's all it took. It already had plenty of damage on it. Go ahead and describe how you kill this thing.
I think I kind of come in around severing the neck, loosing its head, but not so epically, and it kind of totters off, but I bash my shield, knocking the head towards the ones climbing up the tree. And then I kind of turn to face them, and I yell out to Stowen, "Quick, Stowen, go help Briley."
Okay. Epic. All right, the head rolls towards these lizard folk that are cresting the hill. They look down at it, look back up at you. It is, Briley, it is your turn.
Yeah, I would have had to call disengage before we rolled initiative, but I wasn't engaged at the time, so I didn't know.
Did you have a healing potion?
I do have a healing potion, and I am indeed going to use that because that's a free action, but that's only, what, a D6?
No, these are 3d8.
3D. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, these are big boys.
Okay. Just roll this 3 times so I don't waste time looking for it. That's 4 plus 3 plus 8. So that's 12, 15. Okay, that's not insignificant at all.
That's huge. Now you can make a hasty, it's called a hasty retreat.
Brings me back to full.
I don't think you need to it's not really that great though, because they get an opportunity attack and your armor class is -2. It's not awesome.
Yeah.
But you can still try to get away.
Clarifying question: is the cart currently rolling down the
No.
hill?
Not yet.
Oh, it's not yet. Okay.
No. It will be at the end or at the beginning of Ozeric's next turn. It will be the fire will be lit.
So if I move away at all, it's going to trigger 4 opportunity attacks.
Correct.
If I move away, though, would I be able to run? Would I be able to run, or would it?
Yeah, you could use your full action to book it. You wouldn't get an attack, obviously, but you could run your ass off and try to get somewhere safer. Or draw them out to the trap that's happening with... you can see Ozeric up there getting ready to spring this trap.
I'm assuming I can't fire my bow this close.
It would be at a disadvantage of some kind.
Where was ranged?
The ranged attacks. I would say it'd probably be at a -2 to hit. I'm gonna put that in here.
If
Point blank.
that's fine, I'm gonna go down fighting.
Okay.
Briley gets stabbed with the spear and spins around, swinging an arrow and notching it. Every time that one of the lizard folk looks, like even just generally in Ozeric's direction, she's there stabbing at it, lunging out at it, getting its attention back, and she will fire in all of that. This northernmost one, that is essentially to her left, she'll turn and just short range try and fire directly into its chest. So +4, that's 19 minus 2 is 17.
That still hits. Nice shot.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay. Does not drop them, but they stop running.
Okay.
Because I'm guessing like they're running after you, you're running. You turn around and like take the shot as you're light on your feet, and that one takes the arrow and sort of staggers off, and we'll say kind of peels off this way after a big hit, because that's a near death hit right there. So they kind of like stumble down the slope as you're running down the slope.
Yeah, as she continues to back up, fighting, firing, distracting these lizard folk, I think Allfire's voice just repeats in her head the ranger's oath over and over and over again.
Okay. We'll go next to Stone.
For the... Actually, it doesn't matter. I just got to get down there. Stone's gonna take off, trundling down the hill. Might be best to give chase after anyway. And we'll just run all the way down. I can make it all the way there with the run down the hill. All the way to Riley.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of essentially like aiming to barrel into everybody. I can't really do anything, but maybe if I roll well next initiative, I roll that into the roleplay.
All right. Well, let's find out what that looks like right now as we hit the top of the order. Paul.
I will be taking a dodge focus or whatever as I lift up my shield ready for these 5 lizardmen to come at me.
A dodge focus.
Increases my AC by 4, but I basically skip my turn. They just basically come wail on me.
The dodge maneuver.
Is that one called a maneuver? Sorry, I can't remember which one is focus or maneuver.
They're all maneuvers. They're all combat maneuvers, but there is a specific offensive focus.
Focus maneuver. Gotcha.
That is one of them. That's just one of them.
I will take the dodge maneuver.
There we go. So you do not roll initiative this round.
Okay.
I will also take the dodge maneuver.
Okay.
It says cannot attack or cast spell. Can you move with dodge?
Cannot attack or cast spell. I would say so, but let me just double check.
I'm going to take it regardless. I'm just wondering.
Cannot move. Yep. Cannot attack, cast spells, or move. or use an ability or item. That's rough. Okay, you're bracing for impact.
Yep.
Okay, so you two do not roll initiative. My initiative stays the same. So we'll just give, zeros, perfect. All right, so Stone, you are at the top of the initiative. As you come racing in, what do you want to do?
Just generally coming down with the force of tumbling stone down the hill. Gonna swing the warhammer and try to crush this first one.
Okay.
The special is just after the roll, and it's not a re-roll. It's just a +1. So that's a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Do with me what you will, Castle Keeper.
Yeah, I want to say that as you're racing up this rocky hill, getting ready to swing, you trip on a loose rock and fall prone. Yep, you're on the ground there.
Can I at least have, like, barreled into one or two of them, like knocked them over like bowling pins? Not really going to do anything. I'm still prone, but...
Sure, you want to be right up next to him. That's fine. You
100%.
Barrel right into them and fall right at their feet. They all just kind of go, huh? And they look down at you.
Riley, I'm coming!
This dwarf rolls right in. Little Sonic the Hedgehog move. Ozeric, what's going on up there, buddy?
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. Ozeric, he's gonna. He's looking down the hill, and he's seeing this cluster, this Charlie Foxtrot that's happening down there. He's gonna move forward with this plan because he sees two that are sort of away from Briley and Stone. So the plan is he's gonna light the cart on fire. He's gonna push it, or I guess I lit it before, just sort of throw it into the back. Push it in the direction and cast Mage's Hand to steer it for 30 feet or so.
All right. So you're gonna get this thing rolling. So first off, let's see if you can get the cart moving. Your action is gonna be a strength check to push this cart. For you, this is going to be a 15 target.
This I have a feeling is going to be one of those like really tense moments, and then nothing happens because he's a waif of a man. Let's see.
It's the effort that counts,
It's the effort that counts. No, that's only 11.
Okay, so you start to get it going. It's not that you fail completely. You start to get it to a point where you're almost going to have it going. At the next round, we'll have you do it again. It'll be a decreased difficulty.
Okay.
To get it rolling, because that is a slope. So conceivably, a little bit more push, and you should get it.
Sure, and that gives another round for the fire to get bigger, I would imagine.
Exactly. The fire is starting to lick at the cargo.
Nice.
That is Ozeric's turn. It is Evil Stuff's turn. This guy is. Oh, let's go over here first. We've got these 5. They are racing in. Boy, half movement half movement and attacking is tough. It's hard to get there. Actually, you know what?
Yeah, some charge attacks.
They see the dwarf running, and they're going to race towards the dwarf. All except for this one. Aderon, as this guy is coming in and is going to throw a javelin at you as he makes a half movement javelin throw. 14, but you're using the dodge.
Yeah, I have 19. So
yeah, so you easily just knock the javelin out of the air with your sword, and these guys run down there. Shit, guys, I'm so sorry, but these guys are just going to sort of go to town on you with spears. First of all, against Stone. That is a 17 on the first one. The second one is a 17 as well.
Sure.
This third one is going to try to attack Briley with a nat 20. And then this last one is going to race out towards the road and is going for Ozeric. So let's do this. The nat 20 situation is going to be 8 points of damage, Briley. And then
Cool.
for you, Stone, it's going to be 4. It's going to be 8 points of damage as well with 2 spears as they're just skewering you as you're on the ground in front of them. Briley, you took the dodge action actually. It was a nat 20. It was a nat 20.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
To
And
give up my turn for
Aderon,
nothing.
you're good as well. All right, well let's roll initiative for this round. I think we're gonna have to take a break after this round, you guys. I thought maybe we'd finish this combat before we took a break. I didn't realize what was happening here. So let's see what happens. Well, I did not roll well. Briley with a 10. Okay. What do you want to do, Briley?
I do have a ward that I was hired to protect, and that is
Mhm.
Ozeric. So even as these lizard folk are thrusting spears at Stone and Briley, she sees the other one out of the corner of her eye rush past her to the north. And ducking under one of these spears, she turns in a crouch position and fires off after the one that is pursuing Ozeric.
Okay, he'll get one of them will take an opportunity attack on you. The other two are pretty fixated on Stone right now.
Okay.
They're having way too much fun with the dwarf. So the one that hit you with the
I'm
nat
not
20.
moving. I'm just firing.
Oh, you're not moving. Oh, okay.
Not moving, just
All
firing,
right,
just
not an
turning.
opportunity
She's
attack.
turning in place in a crouch underneath the spear and firing.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I misunderstood. Take the shot.
Natural 20.
Hey, all right. There we go.
I'm gonna die. At least I'm gonna deal out
Yeah,
some
get
damage
your job
first.
done at least. All right, go ahead and roll damage, then add max damage of the die.
That is 6 plus 8 is 14 damage.
Oh yeah, that guy's dead. Go ahead and describe how that kills him.
Yeah, a spear thrusts in at her, and she ducks and spins, and from a crouch fires upwards, and the arrow at a slight arch shoots up at an angle into the back of his skull, just underneath the fringe on the top of his head. And I think he tumbles forward and then rolls back down the hill.
Okay, absolutely. You like back right about here. Okay, very cool. Aderon, it's your turn.
I see Ozeric pushing the cart, right?
I would say you can look over there and see him. Yeah, he is straining to push the cart down the hill, and it is on fire.
And if the cart moved down the hill, the most typical path would be down the road where kind
Yes.
of these 4 are, right? Okay.
Yep, it's a well-worn trail. There are, wagon wheel ruts and such.
I'm concerned for Briley and Stone, but I think I see what Ozeric is doing, so I turn my attention to this one in front of me, and I'm gonna make a charge. Oh wait, no, I have to declare that first. So I didn't make a charge check, but I'm just gonna move in and attack him.
Okay.
For a nat 20.
Oh my God, you guys! Now you're getting it. Well done.
This one. And that will be 15 points of damage.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
Describe
this one
how
I
you
think
run him
I
through.
think as I come in, it's just a gore in the chest, just like straight up through the heart, kind of thing, and then I pull out and whip his blood off into the grass.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Look at the carnage that you've left up there. That's pretty awesome. A lot of dead lizard folk.
Half of it is on my body, though, of the carnage that.
Well, some of it's yours. Yeah, some of that carnage
Yeah.
is yours. Okay. Okay, you guys, this is great. Ozeric, so let's get that strength check, please. This time it's going to be, we'll call this a 14 this time. And you do have one special hero point.
Oh, that's a 19 on the die.
Ooh, all right. So yeah, you get this cart rolling. I love that.
Sweet.
Let's see. Let me just see if I have a cart. No, I don't have a cart. We'll
No.
use this. We'll use this as the cart. All right. So this thing is rolling.
Now, my goal was to go. I don't know how against physics this is going to be, but the goal was trying to aim just right of Briley's position, or just left of Briley's position. But if that's not possible, if it's just going to go down the track, then that might be a distraction.
It's likely to go straight down the
track.
because you would have to somehow be pushing it up this hill through these rocks.
Got it. Yeah, it's up the hill. Okay, I keep forgetting it's up. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, best case scenario, it hits that that lizard guy that's in the middle of the track, and at least maybe it distracts them.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a distraction because there's a frickin' fire on this thing. It is burning. Okay, so that is flying down now. Everybody's aware of it. All across the land. Sweet. All right, so that thing's rolling. We'll say it is going to get on this turn. It's about right here. It's picking up speed as it's coming down to the base of this hill. That's Ozeric. That's your turn. Evil stuff. These guys are going to be moving. They're going to make their full movement. They're not going to get an attack as they're scrambling down this thing. But there's a lot of targets here. At some point here, I think on the next round, Ozeric, I'm going to have you make a luck roll to see how many of these bowling pins you hit with this flaming cart. Meanwhile, this isn't good. This situation with Stone and Briley is not looking great. So we'll start with the one to the left. Stone is going to make another spear attack against you. Have you gotten up yet? No. Okay. That is going to be a 13.
That would hit with me prone.
Yeah. That's going to be 3 points of damage. The next one is only an 11. So as you roll out of the way, its spear hits the ground beneath you. And then the other one is going to make the attack at Briley for a 14.
Yeah, AC is 13.
Okay. That is 3 points of damage, Briley, as you take another spear.
Yeah, as she turns and fires the arrow to take down the one running at Ozeric, gets stabbed in the back.
Yep. All right, that's the evil stuff. These guys didn't get to move yet. They're going to move out like this. They are going to take some... They really don't know what's going on. Let me give a roll for them. Well, I did roll a natural 20 for them. Maybe they do know what's going on. They are going to fire a volley of arrows towards Ozeric. It is not going to be...
There's a flaming cart in the way.
Short bows. That is 60 feet for that guy. All right, so the other ones are going to have some disadvantage on this. Yeah, 10's not going to hit. That's a natural 1. That's a 14 and a 6. Does the 14 hit your AC? No, none of them. So 4 arrows landing shy of your position. Stone, it is your turn.
Stone's got to get up. Backup's here. And try to make a swing towards, the one on the end. That's right above him.
Okay.
For only a 10.
A 10 does not hit, unfortunately. Damn it, you guys.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, roll. Oh, we need to take a break. We got to take a quick break. All right. This combat is brought to you by the longest combat in the history of Castles and Crusades. We'll be back in a minute. We got to do bio breaks right now, immediately. Yeah. We'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
was a
If
good
Stone
plan.
hadn't biffed it thin, if he hadn't biffed it on the roll down the
He's
hill,
biffed
if he
it a
had,
few times. For a character with a low center of gravity, he sure does fall down a lot. Hey everybody, we are back, and we're gonna dive right back into this because suddenly this became a combat episode, and combat we have had. There is some crazy business going on where we have lizard folk squads that have been alerted to the presence of what they believe probably are reinforcements, as they have been what appears to have been laying siege to Blackwall Keep. In the process of engaging with these lizard folk, you realize that there were more than what you thought there were, and they are currently giving chase. Briley and Stone taking on what's left of a small squad that's been chasing Briley across the battlefield for a little while now. Another squad having appeared from the switchbacks leading up to Blackwall Keep, now racing down through this sort of valley towards what they think might be more warriors up on the hill. There is a pile of dead lizard folk at the feet of Aderon, who has maybe, we think, never been in real combat before, possibly, or nothing to this extent for sure. Going up against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lizard folk atop that hill. Meanwhile, Ozeric has lit the cart on fire, and it is rolling down the hill, and it is our time, my friends, to roll initiative for the next round of combat. So let's go ahead and do that.
Real quick question in case I need to declare.
Yes.
So when you charge attack, is it still just your normal 30 feet of movement? And if you get to something, then you gain the bonus?
Yep. So for a charge, you have to use your full movement to get there. So you have to have 30 feet.
You don't get any extra move like running or anything like that. Okay. So I wouldn't be able to, then I'll just make initiative. Okay. I won't declare.
My interpretation on those other movement types is that you can do that, but then you don't get any sort of an attack or anything. That's just straight movement.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yep. So are you going to charge?
I don't think I could actually reach anybody.
Yeah, you're right.
With
I don't
30
think so
feet of
either.
movement. So I don't think it would just be taking a minus penalty for no reason.
Yep. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and roll. If you haven't already, please roll your initiative. It looks like Briley is at the top of the order. What would you like to do, Briley?
I have a question for you. Are
Absolutely.
these considered humanoids in shape?
Humanoid, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's so much more damage. I should have been doing this.
These are reptilian humanoids.
Okay,
Should I roll off with you, Dave, for initiative? Sorry about that, Riley.
No worries.
Yeah, shit, yeah, let's do it. Roll off.
Just a
baby.
D10 or 20?
D10.
You want
D10.
D10? Let's do it.
Yep. I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 10.
All right, so you go before I do. I'll just give myself a 2. Okay.
Yeah, so all of my attacks against these should have 3 extra damage every time.
Okay.
I just realized that they're humanoids.
Shit.
That would have been helpful so far, but that is on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
you
should
said
have realized that too. All right.
-2 to attack when I'm this close to.
Yes. Yep. -2 on a point blank.
Okay. That's fine. I'm going for the guy on the end here who's been trying to stab me over and over and has actually stabbed me a couple times. So that's 14 plus 4 is 18 -2 is 16.
Hits.
Okay, awesome. So that is 7 on the die plus 3 for humanoids is 10 damage.
That is enough to kill them. Go ahead and describe how this shot takes down this reptilian humanoid.
Yeah, she's stabbed in the back as she's crouched down, taking down the one running towards Ozeric. And I think that kind of knocks her down and she rolls. And as she comes back up, fires the arrow up into his throat.
Nice. And he goes down as he's chasing you. Stone, you're still on the ground, correct?
I was able to stand up.
Okay. Whew. All right. So you're on your feet.
Seeing Briley, like,
For now.
yeah, seeing Briley handle her own, just kind of mumble. It's like, I don't know why I had to tumble my way down here for this. And we'll try to just hit the one in front of him. Obviously on the farthest away from Briley is the one I'm aiming for.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20
That will hit.
for 1 point of damage.
Okay. Yep, it's a glancing blow, but it draws blood as you hit him with your hammer. That is your turn. Ozeric, what are you doing as you're watching the fruits of your labor here?
So they shot arrows at me.
Yep.
I'm gonna take cover behind the rock and watch the cart roll. Does it? I would imagine it goes on my initiative, or
It is going to go on your initiative. Or did you decide to use the mage fist on this?
if it will help, sure, absolutely.
I would say as your action, that would be a good action.
Yeah,
and it will help.
Let's do that. Yeah,
Yep.
let's do that. And I'm gonna try to steer it towards that big group of lizard folk that are shooting at or try to shoot at me.
Okay. I would like you. This is going to be really important, by the way.
Okay, and I will just add that I during between initiatives I looked up a medieval cart should weigh about 500 to 800 pounds and traveling 10 miles an hour or so.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably a little bit smaller than that, given that you've been
A little
traveling
smaller.
through the mountains with a single mule carrying it, pulling it, that kind of thing. But
It's
it's
like
heavy.
475.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
small
heavy.
ones are 400 or something.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry too much about that at this point. What I would like you to do is to roll a luck roll.
Okay.
You want to roll above a 10.
All right.
Your mage fist will give you a +1. You also have a special hero point that would give you a +2 if you need it.
I just might.
And is there anything else? Do you have any hero points? You could use those if you'd like.
I have a hero point. I will go ahead and use it. What the heck?
Okay, so this roll is going to have a +2. And you want to roll an 10 or greater. The higher you roll, the more of an effect this thing.
Yeah, baby. All right, so there's a 15 on the die.
Okay, so 17 with the bonuses.
Yep.
And if you use that special hero point to get it to a 19, it will do even more effect.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just spend it.
Yeah.
Let's crush
Yeah.
these guys.
Let's crush it.
All right. So 19 total.
Yep.
Oh my God. All right. So this is what happens as you guide this wagon down this narrow trail. It is going to, I want to get both of these things in there. There we go. It rolls down the hill and clobbers, rolls over these guys, and then crashes into this rock wall here. It kills this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. They all go down as they are smashed by this blazing. The fire rages even higher now, burning this guy here who howls and starts moving away. That was your turn. Adron, it is your turn now. What would you like to do? You see all of this happen, this blazing wagon go rolling past, taking out a half a dozen of these lizard folk warriors.
I think a smile crosses my face. I'm bloody. I'm tired, like breathing very heavily. And I just kind of like look over at Ozeric with a smile, a smirk on my face, and then I shake it off and I blitz down the hill, engaging these two. I can't attack, but just kind of coming in fast. These three that are backing away from the flames, sort of to drive them back towards the flames, so they feel like it's me with my sword and the shield, kind of pressing in against them back towards this burning cart.
Okay, yeah, they turn to back off and see you running down. They are, let's see, everybody is done there. you're going to get an attack of opportunity on one of these. We'll say this guy here, as they are
Is
retreating.
that just made like a normal attack?
Yep, make an attack on this guy.
That is a 22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. That's 2.
That will be 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. Let me jot that down. Okay. With that, they run. You hear this horn. And they take off running. They're just beating feet as they just watched, 6 of their guys get wasted. These guys over here are going to run off to Stone, and Briley, you're each going to get an attack of opportunity as they are going to run. So go ahead and make that attack.
It's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, a natural 1.
Okay, you fall back onto the ground as you overswing and lose your footing.
A great showing for the first combat we all have together.
Yeah.
Now that's 8 points of damage from Briley as she shoots
Okay.
this one in the back.
Yeah, that guy takes the hit and goes down. Meanwhile, this guy runs and disappears around the corner and disappears into the Mistmarsh. You hear at this point, and no need to continue to pay attention to the map at this point, you hear the sound of cheering coming from the tower, the keep, as the shouts of militiamen atop the keep ring to your ears as they, huzzah! They run, they retreat! And as you look around, you see that indeed the remaining combatants of the lizard folk squads have disappeared from view. You have taken some serious wounds. All of you, aside from Ozeric, has sustained some pretty substantial wounds. You do have some magical healing. You do have still 1 potion that remains. As you are sort of picking yourselves up off of the battlefield, really picking up stone off the battlefield, what would you like to do here in this moment as you all kind of come together, the flames burning high on the wagon as it continues to burn, the bodies of lizard folk strewn along the path?
Briley, I think, drops down and sits down on the ground next to Stone, breathing hard because she's taken 150% of her health and damage this fight.
Stone will kind of give a bit of a chuckle as they run the cheer. Just think you can tell them of Oseric's first fireball with that one. Couldn't come at a better time.
Thank you for backing me up.
Quite all right. I'm glad you're quite capable because I don't think I would have made it much longer.
Well, if you hadn't drawn their attention, I would have been dead. So thank you.
I can do that at the very least.
I think Shadowrun, hearing his comrades cheering, he turns to go towards them, and as he takes a step, his other leg just seizes up because all of this combat and stuff, and he just drops to his knees and kind of sticks his sword in the ground, and kind of the reality starts to dawn over him, and he just kind of hangs his head, and just starts reciting a prayer to Haronius, one that has said in the few times that he's experienced combat. Sort of a soldier's prayer.
Glancing around, Briley will shout out, "Everyone still alive? Ozeric?"
Ozeric is coming out from behind the stone and is shaking with the adrenaline still, and is walking down towards his companions, just sort of wide-eyed and looking around the battlefield and seeing the cart still burning, seeing that everybody's still up, looking up into the air for Bertrand, and as he approaches his companions, he's sort of taking it in, and then he starts counting the bodies that the cart took out, still wide-eyed, and I say, yeah, I'm okay. And as Ozeric says that, he pulls out one of the arrows from his cowl, the one that almost hit him. He pulls it out, keeps it.
Did good.
Thanks. That was unexpected. Master said this will be an easy escort trip. We'll just go down and go. He said he would.
That is often what happens when you charge in, she says, glancing over at Aderon.
How?
Aderon just kind of raises his hand in acknowledgement of what was said, not really picking up on the nuance.
At this point, you hear the clamor of armor and footfall as a squad of 4 militiamen race down the path towards you. Hail! Hail! Good showing! One of them comes over to you, Aderon. Are you in need of medical attention? He gets down on a knee and he pulls out a box of bandages, a bundle, and pulls it out, and he's going to go ahead and start bandaging your wounds. Where did you come from?
My friends also, we come from Diamond Lake.
You're one of us. Reinforcements, are they coming?
No, just me. I was sent out to reestablish connection. We have no idea Diamond Lake has no idea that the lizard folk have come this far or this strongly against the fortress.
It's much worse than that. They have taken some of us. Please, if you can walk, please walk. We'll help you, sir.
Yes. My friends, they've been wounded as well.
So he bandages you. He bandages you up in this time that you're having this conversation for 2 HP. Thank you, you guys, for the raid. Great to see Reflect Games joining us. Appreciate you guys. So he's bandaging you. Another one comes over to Stone and Briley as you're standing there, picking yourself up off the ground. Stone, Ozeric, as you're sort of just kind of walking down the trail. Please, to the keep.
Is Marzena here?
You seek out the mage. For what reason?
My reasons are my own. We haven't to escort her back to Allustan, Diamond Lake.
It is impossible. Marzena has been taken, along with others, into the marsh by the lizard folk.
Well, that would explain why we never received the message.
Please, it is safer inside. They may return, although you put on a good show. Thank you. Come.
I think Ozeric sort of slumps with the adrenaline, leaves him. He's spent physically and magically, and sort of just walks towards the keep.
As you're walking, Aderon, one of them turns to you and says, "My name's Breck Olin. I've been stationed here for 3 months. Is there any word from Diamond Lake at all? From Commander Trask or anyone?"
Yes, they sent word. Really, it's more to know what is going on here in the keep. We haven't received word of any of this, really. We had heard rumors of the lizard folk. So I was sent to reestablish connection and to deliver the message back, seeing the state you're in.
So you received the message of the lost patrol, then, at least? The very least.
Yes, we had heard of a lost patrol, but that's it. We had no idea.
Only one has returned from that patrol not more than a day ago.
I'm Atarin of Aobin. I'm a mere militiaman. I have no rank, really. But they sent me as a scout. Who returned?
One of ours, Tristan Malort. That name rings true to you. You know this name. In fact, this is a young man that you grew up with in Diamond Lake, that you went through basic training with to become a militiaman, someone who you know from your years before becoming a militiaman. He barely made it out alive.
I reach up and grab the man's shoulder. Tristan Malort. He's from Diamond Lake, yes?
Yes, sir.
I know this man. I've spent many hard days with. He's alive.
Perhaps
how
you can
is he?
speak to him and make sense of his ramblings. He is sick. He does not seem well.
Yes, please take me to him. You have someplace for my companions to stay.
Yes, we have water, some supplies. A meal will be had. We have a carpenter fixing the doorway. I hope they do not return. Come. And he starts leading you all off to the keep. And as you enter, you can see that indeed the front entrance was demolished at one point, built back up. It looks as though it could have been pushed over by a small group of strong lizard folk. And it seems like with the way that they were sort of posted up at various locations, and the militia are telling you they were spotting groups of lizard folk on the west side of the keep that were hidden in the brush. There was another group to the south side that you never saw, but there were multiple groups of lizard folk that were sort of biding their time. They believed that they intended to attack after dark. There is a balcony around the tower about 15 feet up, and they had tried to scale the wall at one point to get in on the balcony as well, but were repelled by the small force that still remains within the keep itself. Now, there are 14 individuals that are in this keep right now. They don't look good. Some of them are sick. There are 4 soldiers, as they report to you, that are unconscious from the battle. One of them is sick. They mentioned this Tristan Malort. And you learn that Marzena, the mage, and 3 soldiers were taken by the lizard folk.
Before we get inside, I do mention to one of the soldiers, upon the hillside, not far from where we came, there's a mule. Could you send a man out to go get it so it does not become lunch for the lizard folk?
Of course. He calls out, Ferd, fetch the mule at the top of the hill. Aye, aye. And 2 men run off.
How were they taken? Did they target Marzena?
We don't know if they were targeted individually or not, but Marzena is a brave and valiant fighter. She killed a number of lizard folk before she was overwhelmed, she and the others. Our commander Garm fell as well in the battle. We have laid him in his room.
Wait, the commander is dead.
Aye.
Things are dire here indeed.
It was strange when Garm fell. He seemed to almost walk willingly to death. That's not true. You don't know that for a fact. I swear I saw it.
Do you think he was mind controlled?
Why would he walk towards the spear tip that killed him? I know not.
He may have been charmed or something.
Look, we've all been through a lot here. There's no way to prove whether it happened to Garm. All we know is that he's now dead. We must honor his sacrifice, like the others.
Are all the lizard folk acting in accord with one another?
It is strange. The lizard folk that we have skirmished against in the past were small groups of hunting parties, perhaps. Nothing coordinated like this. Tristan, the sick one, seems to believe that he had something to do with this, but I think he has got a bit of survivor's guilt, to be honest with you. The rest of his party was... well, he can tell you what happened. I dare not say it.
My friends, I know this Tristan. I grew up with him. We have served in the militia in Diamond Lake at a time. I wish to go speak with him. Is there anything else you require of me here in the fortress? Please, I look over at the garden. Please make sure whatever you can spare, you can support my companions. I will go meet with this Tristan, see what his story is, and if I can make any sense of it.
Very well. I will show you to his chambers. Another man comes up to Stone, Ozeric, and Briley, and he appears to have some sort of Chichurgeon background, and he's like, is there anything I can do to help you with your wounds? Bandage, take a look at anything. You look like you've taken more than one tip of a spear, Ranger.
Quite a few. And if you could remove these arrows for me, I'd appreciate that pretty greatly.
Please come with me. And he brings you over to the side and sits you down and proceeds to extract arrows. It's painful. There's blood everywhere. This is some gruesome sort of medical treatment that you're having that's taking place here. But he does manage to provide you with some bandages that heal 4 hit points. Stone, you've taken a couple of pretty big hits as well, I believe, right? So do you recall how many wounds that you took during the battle?
I think it'd probably be 5.
Oh, damn. Well, Master Dwarf, you're lucky to be alive.
I didn't expect as many spares.
Perhaps all of that low work on the ground is what kept you alive, after all.
So you saw that, did you?
Some of the men were watching your unique fighting style from the top of the keep, yes.
Well, what about the situation you're in? I hear there are 4 yet to awaken.
It's true. They're stable, at least.
Stable, but are they on enough death's door that they need a touch of magical healing, or just need time?
We've done everything we can for them, sir. Perhaps if you have the ability to heal yourself by the god's power, then do so. I can only offer bandages. And he does offer bandages and heals you for 4 hit points. Heals 2 wounds.
With that, I'll pull out a good 6 bandages and kind of pass them back to him. Take them, do what you need. I'm sure we'll all need them here soon, but you might be running a bit low.
It's true. Supplies are not what they should be. We had hoped that you were bringing more supplies when we saw that you were there, and more men. But we're thankful for what you did.
Well, we did bring supplies. Had to use them.
Very good use, though, if I do say so myself.
Indeed.
Do come find me, I guess, if anything turns for the worst and you need something with the others yet tonight.
Make yourself as comfortable as you can. Ferd will get you some food, some water. Find a place to rest. There are bunk beds in the rooms there and there. There's also upstairs. There's a set of bunk beds as well. And if you find yourself with an urge to gaze upon the land, the hatch to the rooftop is open.
While Briley is getting tended to medically, Ozeric will grab some water and some whatever food they've got and bring it to her. And while she's on the cot or wherever she is, as she's handing it to her, says, "Thank you. You saved my ass back there."
You saved ours. That cart trick. I've never quite seen magic like that.
Well, when you run out of magic, you have to improvise, The stern lady didn't see fit to take me today, and hopefully she'll keep that trend.
Bradley flinches as more stitches go in, and then looks back up at Ozeric. If Marzena's not here, we should head back to Diamond Lake. There's no reason for us to stay.
Yeah, I guess not. This is bad. This is really bad.
It's far worse than what we signed up for.
Huh? Yeah. And Ozeric starts sort of trying to occupy his mind by interrogating the quartermaster with questions about supplies and trying to figure out how long this garrison will survive here if they continue to stay here. He would advise retreat, but he wants to know all the facts.
Sure. You do so, and you learn much from the men who are still conscious here and still stationed. Stone, let's go around the table here as we're sort of winding down the session tonight. Stone, as you are nursing your wounds, is there anything that you would be interested in doing before the end of the session?
Definitely check on the wounded to see if there's something, because I do have a couple uses of first aid.
Mm-hmm.
If that might, start some of the healing, because if this keep does need to leave, much better to move under their own power. And beyond that, might start seeing what other defenses can be assisted in resetting and, just helping out in general. Hurt, though, but trying to be helpful.
Mm-hmm. I'll say, looking upon the four that are unconscious, their wounds are pretty grievous. So I think any sort of magical healing would probably be helpful to their survival probability. So if you wanted to use some magic, you could. You could also use it on yourself if you're still injured.
I will use my 2 first aid, the cantrips or the orisons upon them, and will save the heal light wounds for myself.
Okay, so go ahead and you don't need to roll for the 2. They seem to their eyes kind of flicker open as they look up at you, and one of them doesn't say anything, but the other one looks at me and says, "Oh, we're saved then. Thank you."
Saved for now, at least. We'll still need your strong arm and your stoic personalities, I hope. So do rest up still yet tonight.
I'll be ready in just a moment, sir.
That's
You
what
can
I like
count
to
on
hear.
me. He kind of smiles at you. Ozeric, you learn that their supplies are limited. It doesn't appear as though they have received a resupply. They, again, were hoping that the supplies you were bringing would have helped them out. There are 10 able-bodied individuals who are not at all willing to leave their post. They will not be, leaving Blackwall Keep. That would be folly, and they would probably be court-martialed for that desertion. You find these men, even though in this dire situation, to be stalwart and brave. And you can see that all of them have been engaged in some sort of combat. They were not hiding out in this place. They tell you a story of how they fought off a breach of the door. And that was when Marzena and the others were carried off into the Mistmarsh. And they believe that they are likely alive, but knowing the stories that they received from Tristan about how the prisoners were treated, they're concerned that if somebody doesn't go after them, that they will too die in the Mistmarsh. But this was only like not long ago that they disappeared. That was earlier this day, before you arrived.
Marzena is a wizard, yeah, as far as I know.
Yeah, as far as you know. Yep.
How did they get to her? I would imagine she was not in the front rows.
They breached the door. Marzena was there to fight them off, and they were taken, along with 3 others. We fought them off as best we could, but there was too many.
Ozeric starts pondering that and wondering if she was taken on purpose, and will walk around to his companions and share that information. And to Aderon, he will to everybody he'll sort of check in on them, but to Aderon he'll say that was really something else what you did up there on that hill. If you die during this expedition, he awkwardly, as if he's doing him a favor, says, I will make sure you get the upgrade to the stone headpiece on your grave. Don't you worry about that.
Well,
Free of charge.
I will not die on this expedition. I
But-
cannot.
Well,
Cannot.
but if you do, you'll be well taken care of.
I pat you on the shoulder, somewhat condescendingly, and turn to go speak with Tristan.
We will come to that conversation in a minute, but let's first go jump over to Briley as we're closing out tonight's session. Is there anything else that you would want to know, ask about, or do while you are sort of healing your wounds as the best that you can?
I think once she's bandaged up and stitched up, she does want to take a look at the surrounding land. So I think she does head up towards the very top, up through the hatch, and she'll have a chat with whoever's up there as she kind of surveys out.
There is an individual up there named Carl, and he has taken the first watch. He has a large cowbell to ring in the event that there is some sort of resurgence of lizard folk on the field. You look around, 360-degree view of the battlefield, and to the south, this vast cloud of mist that could harbor all sorts of things and does. You haven't yourself delved deep into the Mistmarsh, but you know that there are all sorts of things lurking out there, not the least of which are giant crocodiles and such. Quicksand pits, tar pits, not to mention the swarms of biting gnats and mosquitoes and such. But he just gives you some information about what happened, the attack, the numbers, they were overwhelmed, the fact that they were already at a loss because some of their numbers were lost in the patrol that disappeared. He also mentions that one of the lost patrolmen returned just before the lizard folk attacked. And it sounds like that this individual, Tristan, is blaming himself for what happened. Whether or not that's true, this guy, Carl, doesn't have an opinion. There was nothing else to be done but fight, regardless of the cause. Stuff like that. He also talks about how stupid lizard folk are. Stupid reptiles. Very, I would say, a bit of a derogatory perspective on these creatures, and that is all the more troubling of how they were so organized.
Mm-hmm. I think Briley does bring that up. They seemed organized. Combat tactics, they fought as units.
I don't know what's gotten into them, the stupid brutish creatures that hide in the marsh, cower, but not today, they didn't.
Did you see exactly where they entered the mist when they took the others?
He turns and points to the southeast. There are pathways through this place that we follow on our patrols, but they are difficult and hidden by the mists and grasses and reeds, the bulrushes and the mud. The lizard folk move silently and quickly, following no trail, but they know where they go. We've taken to calling them the Twisted Branch.
Do you have maps of these paths?
We've been trying to map as best we can easier pathways through the Mistmarsh. I can share those with you. Do you intend to go after Marzena and the others? Will you save them?
I would prefer that we didn't. We've reached the end of where we set out to, and if it were up to me, we would head back to Diamond Lake, but I have traveled with wizards before. They always seem to have a trait of noble self-sacrifice, so I imagine that we may be heading into the mist after all.
I pray that you do and that you return with Marzena and the others. Maybe knowledge that will help us so that this doesn't happen again. And then he starts kind of pointing out different locations of where things happened, where they snuck in and how they got to the door and things like that, and gives you kind of a breakdown of the battle that ensued.
Yeah, as she listens, Briley is once again torn between grabbing Ozeric by the back of his collar and dragging him back to Diamond Lake, and her duty as a ranger to protect this community that she has found herself in, and to head out into the mists. And she's torn. I think she spends the rest of the evening just staring out at those mists until it gets too dark to see.
Yeah, the sun becomes obscured as it dips low on the horizon, and it grows dark rather quickly. Torches are lit at various locations in the inside and outside the keep. Watches are set and such, and if you decide to take part in that or not, it is not required of you, but if it's something that you seek to do, the soldiers are doing their best to rest and be really diligent about their shifts. Meanwhile, we will transition to Aderon as you are led to one of the bunk rooms that has been sort of abandoned aside from this one individual, and as you open the door, you see a bed, and upon it, a motionless figure under a blanket. You just hear a groan as you walk in, the light from the room outside kind of casting inside. Have you brought me water then? Please, some water.
Yes, water. And a friendly face. Tristan.
I know that voice.
Ateron of Aobin.
And I walk up to him, carrying the pitcher that was outside. Not much water left in it, but I pour it into his cup and kind of lift his cup in his hand to the cup.
It's shaking a little bit in his hand as he drinks the water. His lips cracked, his face gaunt, his cheekbones seem to be pushing out against the tightened skin across his face. Glassy, feverish eyes. But you recognize it as he sort of looks at you and gives you a little smile. He's got sort of like gapped tooth on the front two top teeth that you recall. He says, I remember you, Ateron. What brings you to this part of the realm?
I had heard that they had one of the most handsome men here, and my God, Tristan, you are looking fine. I just laughed.
You jest. He takes the rest of the water and drinks it, and then he looks over and they brought me wine. Pour a cup for me, would you please? And he pulls himself up with his back against the wall as he sits on the bed.
Careful, my friend. I kind of place my hand gently on his chest. It is good to see you. I'll go get you the wine.
What are you doing here?
Well,
as I'm pouring the wine into, I'm guessing there's like a glass over there.
Yeah, there's two cups there, yeah.
I grab one of the cups and pour some wine into it, and as I speak,
the command from Diamond Lake asked us to come and make contact. We had heard of, your unit. I didn't know it then.
Reinforcements then? Did you bring reinforcements, Aderon?
No, not reinforcements. We had no idea what was going on. I was sent as a scout to understand to return so that if reinforcements were needed, they'd be sent. But now seeing the space, I don't think you'll last another 8 to 10 days. What the hell is going on, Tristan?
And I walk back over with the wine bottle and hand him the glass.
They followed me back from their village. We were taken days ago, myself and the others. They took us, surprised us in the mist, bound us, and dragged us through the marshlands. Aderon, they ate them. don't know how I was able to get away, but I did. I found an opportunity and ran, leaving them behind. Their screams in my ears and my head. My nightmares are haunted by their screams.
I kind of placed my hand on the side of his head. Tristan, I'm sorry. But please, you, the patrols here, you men, you know these marshes, you know how to patrol them. How are they acting like this? How are they getting organized?
I don't know. There was...
Did you see anything?
Warriors, more warriors than I've seen. Yes. A chieftain of some kind, massive creature, brutish, a shaman of some kind. I do not understand their language or their ways, Edoron, but...
You saw magic.
I saw what I could. I didn't think I would live to tell anyone. And then, by my folly, I led them back here. And now look at what has happened.
The keep still stands, Tristan. Hope is not lost. We won't leave you to die here. Do you have birds? Does the keep have birds? Can we send word that way?
Pigeons have been sent.
The pigeons have been sent. We have not received. A missing dispatch, that was it.
There is more at play here than we understand, my friend. And now with the mage taken, I saw them. They will not last long, Edoron. You must go after them.
I have a wife and child, Tristan. It was a simple scouting mission. I'm one warrior, and I don't think my allies will go into the mists with me.
I understand. It is a mission with no return. How is Erin these days? Your wife?
Yes, well, God. I don't even remember when was the last time we saw her, but, well, Nisa is now 11.
Your daughter?
Yes, I think she was maybe up to your shins the last time you saw her. But she is brave. She has blood of my father's in her. I think she will be a warrior herself. And Erin is pregnant. We are expecting very soon. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. I know. Well, I'll speak to the other gods. If you're talking, the lizard men organized, led by a shaman taking your wizard, I don't know what for.
Yes.
Travelers like ourselves will do, but I'll speak with the other men. We'll get a lay and an understanding, and we'll try and figure out something.
You should return to Diamond Lake. This is not on you. Your wife, your child, your unborn.
What is this? You survived. But what has happened to you, Tristan? Did they poison you? Did they...
I don't know. Myself and the others all grew ill in short order. I don't know why
Did they feed you something?
Edoron, I believe that they allowed me to leave. I know not why.
Well, it makes sense if they wanted to track you back, come by surprise, catch the guard off balance. They followed you in. Might be all to it. But we're just militiamen. I'll relay it to the ranger, and I have a wizard. They know how to read. They certainly know more than I do.
You have a wizard amongst your party.
Yes, he came, I think, to meet with the wizard. I think he's disappointed that they were taken.
You have much to discuss with your party, my friend. As for me, well, the end always draws nearer every day.
We have a cleric. Do you want me to send him in?
Yes, perhaps I should see him, but Aderon, take care of yourself at all costs. Return to your family, and perhaps we may lift a cup of wine to the health of your wife and unborn child. Please. And he reaches out his glass for you to fill it and gestures towards the other glass or the other cup that's on the table.
Yeah, I fill his glass and I nod and fill a glass.
I hope you make it through this, Tristan. But if not, one last drink.
Tell
I
my
give him
family that I loved them. And he
Of course, Tristan.
reaches
And hopefully
forward.
you too.
Cheers,
I
my
knock the
friend.
glass.
And you both drink.
Now rest. I'll send for more water. And I'll send in the cleric.
Thank you.
I
Friend.
kind of set my hand on his head.
As you get up, you step up from him and you grab your cup and finish the wine and set the cup back down. And as you swallow the last bit of wine, it's gritty. And it kind of, you choke for a moment. Give me a Constitution check, please.
That's what you get for being friends, guys. That's what you get for being friends.
This is going to be 18 is going to be your target.
Nat 20.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, you take a momentary note of it, just maybe the rind of a grape, perhaps, or something, and you just kind of it means nothing to you at that point.
I think I do, though, based on the grittiness of the wine. I do, while he's kind of like settling in, I do grab the bottle just in case it's not helping him at all.
The wine tasted okay, but yeah, it might not be great for a very sick man to be pounding wine.
And so I kind of subtly, by my side, bring out the remainder of the wine to hand to the guard out front.
Okay. And they are happy to have it.
I'm like, I don't, maybe not best for him to be drinking. I'll send in my cleric. Do you have any more water?
Yes, of course. And they go over and get some water and take care of getting your companion Tristan as settled in as possible. The rest of you taking your rest here as we wind down the session. And with the decisions to be made and discussions to be had, we will come back to this story next week and find out what your next move is here at the edge of the Mistmarsh, having narrowly survived the siege of the lizard folk. So well done, my friends. You did not die. And I was a little worried there for a little bit. So that's good. The story continues next week, everybody. Thank you also to the raid that we had from Reflect Games. Thank you so much. Let's give them a quick shout out. And if you're not following Maui and the crew over there, please do. Let's go around our table and do some outros, some goodbyes, some shout outs. If you got stuff you want to, things you want to promote, please do. Let's start with Anamaeve.
That is me. I did not expect to survive the session tonight.
No.
But I am Anamaeve. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG performer, producer, and podcaster. Tonight I was Briley, but normally I am Archival Dust Bunny most places on the internet. You can find me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Archival Dust Bunny. I'm in a lot of stuff all over the place, so follow me on social media to see where and when you can find me. But just to shout out a few things, on Fridays you can find me over on Valdrian's channel for our Animorphs Blades in the Dark campaign, Morphs in the Swamp. We are in our 4th season. All of the previous seasons are available on YouTube, but it's a lot of fun about traumatized teen soldiers in an intergalactic war. Who can become animals. It's great. If you enjoyed the book series growing up, it's a fun watch. On Mondays over on High Shelf Collective, we have House of Starfall, which is about a bunch of alien teens who fled to Earth after a coup and are hiding out there and dealing with teen stuff and superhero stuff. And then, of course, if you enjoy Magical Girls, you should check out Bloom and Blight, award-winning Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast following the generations of magical girls who protect Aliva Bay. Our first arc is completed, Requiem. It's about grief and how it affects you and how you grow from it. And our current arc is Bloom and Blight Persephone, and it's about mecha racing magical girls. So if you like magical girls or mecha racing or sports anime or any of those things, you should check it out. It's a fun time. The episodes are short and fully soundscape, so music and sound effects, and it is a lot of fun. And thank you to everyone who has listened so far. This month we rocketed past 10,000 downloads total, so it's a really exciting milestone for us. But yeah, you can find us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Instagram and Blue Sky at Bloom and Blight. For character and cast information, transcripts, downloadables, and a link to our awesome merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it. Check out bloomandblight.com.
Thank you so much, Anna Maeve. You've got a lot going on. We're glad that you're able to spend some time with us. Let's kick it over to Tithalanos, another individual with lots going on.
Lots going on. Everyone, I've been Tithalanos, a Twitch streamer, VTuber, variety gamer, doing TTRPGs most Wednesday nights. We're in summer schedule, but we are playing next week in my homebrew world of Serenthly. We did pass 100 sessions with that just recently. So come on in. Anybody who's into the channel can create a character that will show up during the game. Other than that, I am a dragon online, just playing a bunch of different games with friends and hanging out, talking to chat, and borrowing chat's ideas to torment my players. So love to see anybody hanging around and chatting. But yeah, we'll see. We'll be back here next week because we survived and knew it was going to be fine.
That's right. You guys did great. Spent a lot of time on the ground. It was wonderful. It was fun. All right, let's jump over to Mr. Penborough. I mean, you guys are all busy, so I'm glad that you're all available to play in this game. So thank you. But yeah, Paul, tell us what you've got going on.
Hey everybody, Paul Angelo Penborough online and Instagram. I am the co-author of Cyberpunk TTRPG, known as House of Eidolon's heist-like TTRPG that is going to kickstart sometime this year. It will happen, I promise. And actually we're about to commission, I think, our final major push for art, which will be great. The rest of our classes and an actual we're going to do an animated comic book storyboard sort of video for the kickstart, which will be fun.
Cool.
Do that. So that very excited about that getting underway. You can support us now for the pre-launch. This actually helps indicate for us when the Kickstarter is ready to launch. Get some exclusive content, which is a necrotech, which is essentially cyberpunk necromancer. House of Eidolons is fun. You should message me about it. Be happy to show you, or you should go watch some of our Guild Superior games where we have played some pretty epic stuff, from Scions to Mutagen Druids to EOD Paladins and more, net diving. It's very fun. And I guess like our last episode, you got to have some kind of Cthulhu-esque horror involved as well in a deep sea base.
Yes, we did.
Regardless, loving this game, loving actually Aderon. It's been a long time since I played in just a classic medieval fantasy sort of setting. So it's very fun to play a Boromir-esque character who's just kind and wants good things and and runs headfirst heedlessly into battle, apparently. against lots of lizardmen.
Oops.
That's me. Keep an eye. I am going to do some other GMing at some point, probably while me and Dave are off hiking somewhere in the woods. We'll talk about some ideas, and from that, I'll come back and start getting back into some games here, maybe a bit more towards the fall. So
Fantastic
that's
news.
me.
Can't wait to chat about that. Thank you, Paul. And last but certainly not least, Jose Ortiz, our resident young wizard. And I loved Stone's description of the first fireball having been cast. That was pretty awesome. That was great.
Very apt. That was something else, guys. And I didn't forget to unmute. So,
Yay.
I'm Jose. I do art. I do some writing. I make puppets sometimes. Currently being kept busy with the Realms Bound project. If you are all interested in the Forgotten Realms, we are collaborating with Ed Greenwood and fleshing out the Dale lands this year. Moving on to other regions in the following years, but we've got quite a team, and we're doing some fantastic stuff. If you want to keep up with it, you can sign up for the newsletter on the little link there. If you want to look at my art, you can check out the portfolio. And that's what I'm doing. I gotta turn in my pitch tomorrow, so I gotta work on that.
Amazing.
This was
thank you.
A fantastic time, by the way. This was an awesome session. I didn't think we would make it.
I didn't realize that we'd have a full session of combat, so that was intense. When all those lizard folk kept coming out of the woodwork, things were getting a little sketchy.
Yeah,
and there were more. That wasn't all of them. There were more. Anyhow. Thank you, Jose, and also thank you for the amazing artwork that you contributed for the character art, which is just absolutely amazing. The skill that you have to be able to create that is awe-inspiring, so thank you for that. And I'm really excited to announce that Jose, and everybody knows this already who's been hanging out with us, but Jose is going to be running a short series in July here on Guild Superior, heading back to the Dale lands and drawing upon some of that work that he is doing with Realms Bound and that crew. So very excited about that. And then following up on that, in August, I'm going to be running a Dark Space series, which will be kind of like a space opera, but utilizing the Dark Space, which is a port of the Shadow Dark gaming system. So very excited to give that a try. And we will actually be, my guess, I don't know how we'll do with the fundraiser. We're at 1395, so we're almost to 1400. We have a goal of 2000 for this summer, so we'll keep on going. But we have the Player's Handbook for Castles and Crusades that we're going to be giving away this month. And in August, we'll be giving away a copy of the guys who wrote Dark Space donated a copy. So we're going to be giving away a copy of Dark Space as well in August. So very cool that there's such an amazing, generous community that supports the hard work that the ACLU is engaged in to protect civil liberties. There's a lot at stake right now, and the legal elements are really helping to stop some of the most egregious things. There's still a lot of work to be done, obviously, and we can all help out with that as well, being active in our communities. So with that said, we will go ahead and find someone to raid into. Please consider donating to the fundraiser and help us reach our goals this summer, and we will see you next week for more of our Shadows of Greyhawk Age of Worms campaign. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Appreciate you very much. Take it easy.